washes in her house. She irons by herself. So she bought this, what's that wooden thing you guys call? MDF. She bought the white panel, MDF. And then we got a good techno phone. So she puts the clothes on flat MDF, takes nice pictures when there's light, and puts it online. And if you see the pictures, you can check us on Instagram, Budget Bazaar. Just search Budget Bazaar. And so we sold clothes. So that one, even if nobody gives thumbs up here, me, I can give thumbs up. Because I've seen our numbers before and I've seen our accounts. And I know how much we started with. Well, it wasn't 20K. But yeah. So this is a business of if you know, you know. There are some people that know that part of Okoko to get good stuff. Or there's in Arena Oshodi where to get good bail. Delight, the way you're shaking your head. If you know, you know. You're getting inspiration. Please be inspired. Catering. Catering. How many of us know that one person that can cook good ofada or good jollof rice or good, what are the things we like now? That you will actually pay for a bucket of soup? Or is the market saturated already? Will you pay money for a good bucket of soup? With snails, everything inside, periwinkle, afang soup, one bucket, 3,000 naira. Catering, thumbs up or thumbs down? And by catering, what I mean here is not like catering to events, home cooking, where you cook for somebody and then you bring it. Yeah, and you sell to your office or stuff like that. A plate of food for 500 naira. How many of us buy food from people in our office for that amount of money? Okay. Another one, tutoring. As long as you have a skill that can be taught, you can also go into tutoring. Advertise your services around your neighborhood or make videos, put it online. How many of us did lesson when we were small? Do you know how much your lesson teacher was paid? Do you remember? Ask your mommy. Bed sheets and beddings production. Can you start with 20K? This one also is a business of if you know, you know. The places where to get affordable, good cotton material in Lagos. This is one interesting one that I like. Sales of men underwear. Schedule a trip to Aba Market. The cost of production of boxers, you can get one lower than 300 naira. So they actually do those stuff there. You know those your 3-in-1 boxers? They package it here in Nigeria. You buy it, you sell it. Some even sew it for you with the band and everything. You do blue, green, and gray color. Package it neat. And then just say heavenly boxers. By the time you put those three together, you're selling for a pack for 1.5, and I know you people will buy. So think about it. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up, okay? E-payments and POS businesses. If you live in Raz areas like where I live, and you don't, the closest ATM is like, God knows where. You go to POS side. How many of us have used those people before? Pay 200 naira to withdraw. How much? I think it's about from anything in excess of 2,000. And did you not pay? And did you not see queue when you went there? Aha. Think about it. Mobile and electronic accessories. Who here doesn't have a phone case for their phone? Who are those bold people? Soon and very soon, you will need phone case. When they carry your phone like this and, just because they feel like, you buy phone case. And phone cases go between 1,000 to 3,000. And interestingly enough, I was speaking with someone that used to sell phone cases before in Computer Village, and he was like, he'll kid me not, the margin on each phone case is nothing less than 600%. There are some phone cases they buy as little as 100 naira, and they're selling it 1K. Same thing with screen protectors. They buy them between 100 to 200 naira, and they sell it for 1K. But because it's a cabal, there's a written code. They're not selling it below 1,000 naira. That's the screen guard. But they know where they get it from. Same thing with phone cases. If you're also familiar with shipping things from Alibaba, by the time you're shipping in bulk, you will get it at a lesser price. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Aha. Some people are saying 600%. What? Okay. Cleaning services. If you pay me 5K, I come to your house and clean everything. At least I will, but we'll measure the house, like 2-bedroom flats. One day. You're laughing. You people know before you join your mother's house to eat. But how many of you will pay people to do that? You said, I'm saying 5K for like one weekend. So if I come 4 weekends, my sister used to pay 4K per week, and the lady comes 2 times. The first time is just to do basic cleaning. The second time is to do deep cleaning. 2-bedroom apartments. So in a month, how much are you making? And depending on how fast you can walk, how many houses you can do in a week, thumbs up or thumbs down. What you're spending money on is basically supplies. And you know, if you want your delicate fingers, you just buy gloves and all of that. So that's cleaning services. We're almost done. People pay me for consulting fee. Ashoke bidding and stoning. Ladies, will you pay for it? Ashoke bidding and stoning. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. You will pay for it. Okay? This is another one I like. This is second to the last. Internet services. How many of us know someone that did JAM recently, the last JAM? Well, I had someone staying with me. I had someone staying with me that wrote JAM, and she actually collected money from me to go and register for the JAM. I think it was 1.5 she took. And what was the registration? To open it on laptop and put your name, and select it, and they paid. So if you have a laptop, your laptop doesn't have to be NV Core i7, you know. It can just be basic laptop that can use internet. And then you spread the gist around to guys in your area. Come and register for JAM. Even things like NYSC, it will shock you that people pay to register for stuff like that. So all you need the money for is internet subscription. And hopefully you can charge your laptop when there's light. And the last one, which is kind of popular, production of zobo, smoothies, cocktail, small chops. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. It depends on how nice it is, you know. Like, I still bought this in ShopRite yesterday. My husband really likes it. He didn't give me. I just bought one. It depends on how nice it is, you know. So, thumbs up or thumbs down? Smoothie, zobo, tiger nut drink, chin chin. Some very nice chin chin, crispy on the outside and on the inside. Will you buy it? So those are 15 businesses you can start with 20,000 naira. Thank you very much for listening to me. We're going to be going straight to the panelist session. Jessica, are you ready? Jessica, are you ready? Okay. So we're going to be going straight into our panelist session. Like we mentioned, we have 3 panelists and 1 moderator, and I'm particularly looking forward to this session. So now that I've told you 15 good businesses that you can start with 20,000 naira, it's time for you to hear the secrets behind the secrets. Because knowledge is indeed power when it comes to things like this. You need to know what's up, and you need to know how to go about doing what you're doing. You would have imagined that this stuff were stuff that were easy enough for you to know. But if it were that easy, and at the same time, a lot of people have energy in them, but is it really just about the energy? So we're going to hear from our panelists, and I'm going to be introducing them one by one. First on the list, Jessica.
Mr. Femi Owoyele Profem. Femi Owoyele is the CEO at Profematic Concepts International, a publishing, printing, and branding company, a graduate of political science from the Lagos State University, University of Lagos, where he obtained the bachelor's and master's degree respectively. Femi is a teacher, a nation builder, and a farmer. He activated his passion for farming in 2010 while serving as a core member in Ogun, Waterside. And since then, he has remained an active participant in the agricultural value chain. Femi is joyfully married to Oluwatobi, and they are blessed with two lovely children, Ogoluwa and Erifebaba. Welcome, Mr. Femi Owoyele Profem. Chukwunonso Odua. Chukwunonso Odua is an entrepreneur, engineer, and a business consultant, a lover of nature and knowledge. Before now, he managed Unsudu Nigeria Limited, which was a small-scale toilet roll factory producing and distributing toilet paper under the brand name Janie Rolls and Zina Rolls. Implementing a well-thought-out operation and sales strategy, his output grew to become the highest in Rivers State. Currently, he manages a mobile QSR operation called Port Harcourt Boli, offering Lagos what he terms the best Port Harcourt-style plantain and fish. He has solidified his footprint in their present location and is currently working on increasing menu items and expansion to key locations in Lagos. Please welcome Mr. Chukwunonso Odua. Mrs. Temitope Ademola Oriola is the CEO Tiger Nuts Republic, a subsidiary of OOZ Limited. She was a financial advisor but resigned as an associate with one of the leading investment banking firms in Lagos, Nigeria, after 9 years of service. With intense passion for cooking, continuous research, and quest to learn complex dishes, she stumbled across Tiger Nuts on YouTube in February 2017. After making Tiger Nuts milk for home consumption, the curious part of her felt that the shaft from the milk couldn't be ignored. Through extensive research, she realized Tiger Nuts wasn't just good for milk, but is currently one of the top 10 superfoods in the world, perfect for diabetes, Weight Watchers, good guts, fertility, heart, and general wellness. That was the start of Be Healthy NG, now Tiger Nuts Republic, first in her thoughts, her kitchen, amongst friends and family, and to the world. It can simply be said that her passion for cooking led her to the discovery of the wonders of Tiger Nuts. She incorporated her company in May 2017, an indigenous company with 100% focus on Tiger Nuts. The current products from her stable are Tiger Nut Swallow, Tiger Nut Flour, Tiger Nut Cereal, Tiger Nut Granola, Tiger Nut Ketanola, Tiger Nut Sauce, Tiger Nut Ranch, Tiger Nut Snacks, Tiger Nuts Premium Toasted, Tiger Nuts Cake, Tiger Nuts Bread, Tiger Nut, and Tiger Nut Milk with 13 variants. This is an endless journey that will bring about continuous research and improvements and additions to the existing Tiger Nuts range of products from Tiger Nuts Republic to Nigeria and to the rest of the world. Please welcome Mrs. Temitope Ademola Oriola. Emmanuel Taffa. Emmanuel Taffa has over 11 years strategy consulting experience and is currently a partner at Enzo Crypto and Company, a strategy consulting firm based in Lagos, Nigeria. Emmanuel's functional expertise spans corporate strategy, business process reengineering, organization, human capital management, operations strategy, financial analysis and modeling, corporate finance and marketing and sales. Emmanuel's industry experience covers financial services, healthcare, agriculture, energy, oil and gas and power, media and entertainment, telecoms, not-for-profit, public sector, hospitality, business services, and retail. Emmanuel has, through recommendation and referrals, served over 100 clients and growing, earning him the reputation for helping clients solve difficult business problems. Some of his most notable projects include Project Co-Lead, Internal Revenue Service Optimization for 2 northern states in Nigeria, Project Lead, 3 to 5 year corporate strategy planning for a Pan-African non-profit company, Project Sub-Lead, Portfolio Audit, Investment Portfolio Review for 44 small and medium-scale businesses across Nigeria for a 2-tier financial institution, and Financial Inclusion Strategy and Project Management, Acting Project Director, financially include 1.5 million low-income Nigerians across 10 states. Please welcome Mr. Emmanuel Tafa. Mr. Emmanuel Tafa would also be the moderator for our panel session today. Once again, let's welcome Mr. Emmanuel Tafa.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And thank you, the panelists, my co-panelists, Femi, Nonso, and of course, Tokwe. Thank you all for being here. And thank you to the Baptizing Church for the opportunity to facilitate this session. So we're going to be very clinical. And as you know my style, I'm not your regular facilitator. I always like to take a different turn. And my ideology is very simple. It's a very distracted generation. So what I realized as a speaking style is you say things that will snare their attention. In other words, you leave memory, you mark their memory so they will remember. But if you say basic things they know, they'll be distracted on their phones. But when you say something and you pick their attention, they will listen and they won't be distracted. Anyway, it's my own style. But I'd like us to have a very interactive session today. And I would like to take permission that I will start the session, but I may have to leave earlier than planned because of some other commitments. I know the timing was a bit tight, but don't worry, we're going to have a great time. So I'll ask you questions here, and then I'll give my thoughts, and then we'll throw to the public. I want to give the public more time to ask, or rather the participants more time to ask questions. Is that clear? Thank you very much. So I'll begin with the ladies first. And no, actually, let me follow like this, if you don't mind. So 1 minute. Tell us your entrepreneurial journey. It's an elevator pitch. Tell us how you started, how you evolved, and where you are now. All right? Yes, I'll start with you, sir.
Check one, sir. Check.
So good afternoon, everyone, once again. My name is Femi, as introduced, and for me, I would say entrepreneurship started while I was still on campus. Started a few businesses as a student to support myself. Tried my hands out on selling of ladies' palms. I go to hostels, sell female palms to ladies, and I saw that I was making money. Then it got to a point, I would say I read a book, Think and Grow Rich, as an undergraduate, and it really inspired me. Now, what I did was to look within my environment, and then we had this location where it was a football viewing center, and it just started in my area at home. And so one of the things that was said was that look within your environment, there's a need you can identify, I saw that everybody after the very first match, or first half, they just gather around, crowded environment and all that. I said, what do these people need? So I thought of, and what can I start with 20,000, less than 20,000 naira. So while she was talking, one of the things I wanted to mention was that there's a business you could actually start with 20,000 naira that you just need to look within your environment. So I saw that a lot of young men would just be chatting after the first half. I came up with the idea of maybe a popcorn machine. So I will come home from school, I got a 17,000 naira loan, which I paid back in 2 weeks, and that was about 2006. So started, and so my passion for entrepreneurship grew immediately because I saw that I could make money within weeks what normally people make in months. So after school, or rather during service year, one of the things that I tried my hands on was coming to Lagos. I'll go to Oshodi, buy books, because I was serving in a rural area and you have a lot of core members. I'll buy books and sell to coppers. So I saw that books I will buy at sometimes Orile Boundary at 200 naira, I was selling for like 800 naira. So it was like 200%, 300% profit on book margin and all that. So I was too inspired to do any other thing but to just do business after school. So I had offers. I remember an uncle calling me that they were helping me pick a federal civil service form. I told them plainly, I'm not cut out for this. I want to do business. So after school, I did on-the-job study. So I pushed into printing and publishing. I came to Shomolu, then Mushin. So I was always going in and out, because I have passion for writing, and I felt it would be a value-laying work if I could do something around printing and publishing. So I could always help to do some editing and all that. And that was how I started. So it's been a pretty journey. 2012 was when I got my company registered, Performative Concepts, and I took the line of, instead of going for direct internship, I learned on the job. So it was pretty challenging, and it's still, but truth be told, it's been rewarding. And in the course of that space too, I started some effort in farming, because for me it was first a passion. Now it is transiting into a business. And in 2005, so I would say, let me summarize by saying that my farming or my venture into the agri space, the journey has been scattered, but now it's becoming structured. Why I say scattered is that in 2015, I had an auntie who said she was farming in Owode, Diroko. I joined her. I got some spaces of land, like 2 hectares, that's about 5 acres. I invested about 80,000 naira. I lost everything because it was a risk, which I knew before I started, that it was a late season farming. If this rain does not fall, your cucumber will die and all that. And they said, it's going to, you know how people say it. So I invested about 80,000 naira, wasted. 2016, I moved, 17 basically. I moved to Eruwa, Igboora axis in Oyo State. We'll buy plantain, sell in Lagos. Then recently, I would say I've been able to stabilize it because I've taken the last 1 year to learn, to go to farms like Obasanjo farms, where I go and I meet with them at times once in 2 weeks and all that. And people from there have helped me to set up a farm that is thriving now. And so, apart from managing the printing business, I also do farming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So if you listen to Femi, he evolved. You know, he didn't stick to what he started with. From selling books under the bridge, he didn't see himself as the biggest publisher in the world to be. Maybe he would have been, but he had kept evolving. And I've known him personally to be a serial entrepreneur, which is what comes with people who are pretty restless. And it's a good thing for restless ones among you, because that means you can keep evolving until you finally settle somewhere. All right, fantastic. So let's hear from Nonso. Yes, it's on.
Okay. My journey was kind of a very short one. I finished school in 2009, went for my service in 2010. But I never wanted to work for anybody. You know, it's entrepreneurship, it's a passion for me. But I looked at it from a different perspective. That I studied engineering in school. Entrepreneurship is more like a course. It's more like a specialization. To me, you just don't go into what you don't know. So I took out time. I took out 6 months. You know, for someone that did engineering, I needed to know more about account. 1 ton a month. From 1 ton a month, we start producing 10 tons in 2 weeks. And I also learned that there's a difference between sales. There's a difference between sales and actual sales. Sales, you sell. Actual sales is when the money is in your hand. You know, I learned that the very, very, very hard way. Along the line, I like trying new things. You know, so when when the economy went a little bit south and the cost of dollar, the cost of materials, and the monopoly within the system, something I learned too, you don't compete with certain caliber of businesses. I decided to pivot into something different. And that's another thing I learned, because most times we have entrepreneurs that tell you, or will I say, people that tell you, if you have a passion, you stick to that stuff. No matter how hard it is, you stick to that stuff. In fact, you die inside that stuff. But it's wrong. It's right, but it's also wrong. Because I found out that a lot of entrepreneurs go down with their businesses from the research I did. Because then I was having challenges. Do I continue what I'm doing, struggling, or do I move ahead? So I had to do a lot of research. And I found that entrepreneurs go down with their business because a business is like a child. For a serious entrepreneur, a business is like a child. So we are most times emotionally attached to our businesses. When you find out that that business can't actually move within a particular space of time, or the factors, external factors, when you do your SWOT analysis, the external factors are so strong that you can't overcome them. For me, the best is to move. Because when you move, you create time and space in your head to think. And that's what I did. I actually looked at it and I shut down for a while, for a year. And that's 1 year I was thinking about, what do I do? What do I do? And I was in Port Harcourt. And I was also tired of Port Harcourt. So I decided to relocate to Lagos. And I said, if I relocate to Lagos, what do I do in Lagos? You can't just come into Lagos and say you just want to run around and hustle.
Okay, no, so I have to tie the point together.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I want to allow, because there's still going to be a lot of questions from but can you conclude in like 30 seconds? So okay. you eventually now decided, after, like you said, you didn't go down with the business, you left that, and then now started this business that you were introduced with.
Yes.
Right.
So I left that and I started Port Harcourt Ballet, and we are looking at taking it around Lagos.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Presently we are doing very well in our present location.
Where's your location?
We're at Lausa,
Okay.
very close to the passport office.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Fantastic. Please put your hands together for now. So now we'll come back to you, and I'm sure with what you've said, they will have questions related to what you are saying. So, Tokwe, tell us. Even though your story in the profile said a lot, but tell us what was not said in that profile. How did you arrive at this destination?
Good afternoon, everybody. So, I'm sure some of you were here the last time I came. So, in a nutshell, it started.
You can make a sentence without saying not, but no problem. Said in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, it is to do. If you're doing it diligently, like he said, you might have to move from one point, but at the end of the day, everything comes together to make sense. So from all of that, I wanted to cook one day. I went on YouTube, okay, what do I do today? And then I saw Tiger No Milk while I was just scrolling. Tiger No Milk, what is this? And then I checked it. I'm like, I'll try this. And then I was going home from work one day. I told the driver to stop. I bought 100 Naira Tiger Nut. I bought dates, 100 Naira. I bought, just bits here and there. And by the time I got home, I did the milk. The milk wasn't the interest. The flour, the shaft that I got was the interest. I just told Nani to just leave it, don't throw it away. And then I did my research. I started playing around with it with my pots and everything. And like from giving all glory to God, the immediate research was not, who does tiger nut? I didn't even know I was going to major completely in tiger nut. I just knew I wanted to do tiger nut swallow. Nobody was doing it. I started it, and then, okay, what else? I can do cereal, I can do that, and then I went into all of that before people then came like 6 months later that if you can do all this, you can do milk. And then my MD took my milk one day and he said, I ate tiger nut milk, but this is really nice. That was the day I knew I had it. And then I tiger nut business. Was it an easy journey? It wasn't completely easy. There are too many things you meet here, from NAFDAC to funding to all of that. But can you start the business with 20,000 naira? You can actually start with 8,000, because that was how I started. So I just bought tiger nuts. I bought just tiger nuts, and then we start processing. Before you know it, you buy half bag, you buy 10 bags, you go to 1 ton, you go to 10 tons, and then that is it. So Basically, if you don't take anything away from what I say, because I don't know how this is going to go, but if you find yourself in tissue paper, make sure that that raw material that they use for tissue paper, you sit down it beyond what tissue paper, what that thing you know is common around you can give. That way, when they
Time, there's now a separation between the individual and the company or the business. Are we together? Now, I also want to say this categorically. I know it's an entrepreneurship event, and I don't want us to be carried away. But to be sincere, not everybody is called to entrepreneurship, and it's not by force. In fact, the next question I'm going to ask them is how they are dealing with their human capital problem, because that's the number one issue. Nobody needs to tell me. It's not capital sometimes. It's the fact that I can't just leave this place and come back and it's in one piece. If I'm not around, nothing works. You know all those things now, and we'll get there shortly. So, but there's a mindset of an entrepreneur that even exists when you're working for someone. And I will give you the numbers just very quickly. So I want to just disabuse them so that I will have a balanced perspective to this. There's a friend of mine, not friend, but he's another colleague. He was an executive director in First Bank. Bottom line is he worked, retired, and he was very happy. I mean, he retired about 4 billion. He told me that, and you can cut the recording here. He told me that, on a good year, 100 million, excluding salary and all that. Do you understand? 100 million on a good year. Most entrepreneurs here will tell you that when you see them are making 2 billion, when you remove, what is left at the end of the day, that bottom line may not cut it. In fact, it may be minus. So it's a tough journey, and I'm not trying to castigate anybody, including myself. It's a tough journey that you have to be prepared for. So I want to work on the minds of people. That entrepreneurship is not as glamorous as those fancy things you see. You see that tiger on the way it's packaged very nicely. That's not the experience. I'm preparing your mind and I'm telling you the truth so that you have the heart. It's war. W-A-R. It's what? No, you didn't hear me. I know you don't like this one. I warned you now that I won't tell you what you want to hear. Anyway, are you following what I'm saying? So that mindset is important in understanding the foundation, and then we can now build from there. So some people are actually called to just go and be number twos and service, and they'll be fine. They'll go home with their 100 million. In fact, the one that worked in Access Bank told me that, he collected 900 million as payout, dividend. I don't know what businesses I would do that my own pay. Listen, there's no wala of rent, NEPA, FIRS, nothing. And just running around the office, holiday, accommodation, banana, everything paid for, but I'll still take home 900 million. So there's a balance to this thing. We don't think entrepreneurship is the end of the game. We also, entrepreneurs, need honest people to work with us as co-entrepreneurs. Do you understand what I'm saying? We need it. If we had it, a lot of us would have succeeded quicker. But because everything depends on us, nothing seems to really move forward. So that's my first lecture. Now let me come back to them. And this time around, when I say 30 seconds, I really mean 30 seconds. One of the greatest challenges you face is human capacity, or operational capacity, whether it's processes, people, or infrastructure. I don't want to talk about capital. Capital is a lame I'm tired of hearing capital. For me, it's lazy. Let's not talk capital here, please. If you want capital, go to BOI or Bank of. He told you got money from, what's that thing called? You win. So leave capital. If you want capital, go and meet, expose Pastor Mori. Go and meet your pastors. My point is, tell me the other issues, the things that are not common, in terms of challenges, in 30 seconds. I'll start to talk very quickly.
Logistics.
Logistics. And logistics in Nigeria, apart from the infrastructure, is it not dependent on people?
So basically, human capital. So what I have resolved to do is, it is the most difficult part of the business, because if you don't spoon feed people, they don't do what they are supposed to do. I have 20 people, and I can pick out only 3 people that if I'm not there, they can cut off your head, just to make sure things go right. So what I've tried to do in that line is to take people that I know will not have the entitlement mentality. So I go to the Malam beside us, whose wife does not even have hope of getting a job, and I tell you, come and work. That's my recruitment strategy. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm giving the mic. My own recruitment strategy is I go to campuses and I look for ex-officials. That's personally the one I do. So when I come, I don't even look at your CV. I don't bother. I just check. Were you a leader in church? I just check. Okay, this one has some level of loyalty. Okay. This one will be humble. Will learn. That's my own other side, But anyway, let me hear yours. What's your own?
Okay. For me, when I discuss with people, when I put up for employment, people come over. I discuss with them. I allow you talk. When you allow people talk, they tell you a whole lot of things. And I decipher. I'm good at deciphering those things. Number two is that I like employing women. Women are better managers. They're better than men in managing, you know. To be sincere with you, women are better managers.
Yep.
You have to treat your workers well. You have to pay them well. And you have to look at your workers as human beings. That's just it. If you treat a woman very well and you give her opportunities, she will definitely put in more into the business compared to a man. Because men are...
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's a very sexist comment, but it's fine. It will pass in this comment. If it's American, they will tell you to resign, your law, fire you, everything. But go ahead.
So the part of women in the nature of my own work
No,
is...
when you say you should say you like
No,
women.
I deliberately
All right, don't
said
mind, just
that for a
kidding.
reason.
Don't mind me.
In the nature of my work, because as I speak to you now, I'm at a point where we need to do a recruitment for a service that a woman can render, a graphic designer, basically.
Okay.
The reason why I'm not saying women because he said it, but for a reason. And but because of the nature of what we do, is printing and publishing. My primary work is printing and publishing. It's so I would say it's so wide that, and it's so demanding that, for example, a wedding that will be happening tomorrow morning, they may still be making adjustments to the program, and so they send it to you today, this morning, and they expect you. It's not like I tell people, it's not photocopy. It doesn't just go on the machine and comes out like that. So it calls for a lot of logistics. It calls for hard work. It calls for people who are sold out, because it's not just commitment. Sometimes we work till 3 a.m. and we have to deliver by 6 a.m. And those are some of the things that some of us have to give as what I would call edge, like your advantage over your competitor. So it's a very informal sector. So human capital has been a major challenge. Getting the right set of people. Oftentimes, we recruit because you need young people who are active, who can go all the way. Energy, hard work, like I tell them, grit and honesty, they are very central. But more importantly is the fact that when you get these guys, after a while, maybe a month or two, they get worked out. I remember someone telling me, someone I employed, telling me, this was about 2013, told me primarily that, more like I'm a slave driver, that a guy came from all the way from Ogbomoso to work with me in the office here in Lagos, and he got to a point he had to tell me they can't keep up with the pace.
That's what they told you?
He told me primarily.
Fantastic. Clap for Femi. Femi is a slave driver. Wow.
But in the middle of all these two, you have some people who are loyal to the core. I mean, in the last 2 years, I've been blessed with, I would say 3 years, in the last 3 years, I've been blessed with at least one staff that would be willing and committed to go all the way. As I speak to you now, I don't know if he's there, my man is in the office as I speak to you. So you have people that, and this is someone that is people, they are just very few. But oftentimes, it's part of the major challenges. We still need them, but
Fantastic.
you hardly get.
Fantastic. Okay, put your hands together for the panelists again. So I talked about the problem of people because I knew it's a very big issue. I don't want to overemphasize the issue because it's important, but why I have seen it to be a challenge is because, and I'll say this using scripture, there's a, and this is, for me, the highlights of one of the things that I want to highlight before we throw the questions open to the public. There's a cartoon we played for our children's church, and I was just, Joseph, normal story. So I passed it and I looked, and it was interesting and fascinating because when they were talking, they said, it was Potiphar and Joseph having a conversation. This cartoon, and they said, Potiphar, are you going to worry about, how much is the grain? They're asking him domestic questions. I said, please, just go and talk to Joseph. Joseph will sort all the issues. And I remember passing and seeing that and understanding the gravity of that message. One of the reasons why America is a very great country and has succeeded the way it has, for me personally, from my observation after reading so many books, is 2 reasons. Number one, America is driven on the back of the salespeople. It has a very commercial, capitalist, sales-driven society that is commission-based. So there are no entitlements. So a salesman will take it upon his head, like Brian Tracy and all that, and they will drive the sales of companies competing for each other and then, succeed. But the second reason is the attitude of the average American. The average American is dependable as an employee. Are you following what I'm saying? The American I knew, not now, but maybe now it has changed. But when I say dependable, you heard she said she has 20 people. And it's still, a bit of chaos to still get to what needs to be done. I know Femi to be a nice guy. They say Femi is a slave driver. That means either lazy or something doesn't add up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why I'm saying this is not because I want to just promote, these people here. It's also to challenge the people on the other side who are going to be entrepreneurs or are going to be people who have to serve entrepreneurs as co-entrepreneurs. Are we together? Are we together? All right, so very important in understanding that other challenge. So what we'll do now is that, because I'm looking at about 26 minutes more and I want to give the audience some good time, I would do something that's not been done before when your facilitator will transition. Are we together? Hello, why are you looking at me? I said your transition would nicely transition. So I will have someone come in to substitute me to take the questions with the public. But before that person comes, I would like to allow the audience, the panel one more time, to talk about their own heartfelt advice, as it were. Because when they start now, I ask them specific questions. But I want to now hear, and sincerely in 1 minute, how would you describe, what will it take if you're looking at someone here and you're trying to advise the person? Now, why I'm asking this question is this. There's this theory I have, and some of you would identify with me now or later, called the circumcision of business. Now, what it means is that point in your business, I don't know if anyone has been there already, and it's avoidable. It happens to the people that avoid it, in my opinion, are less than 10%. But generally, if you listen to people who have been in business, there's that point where everything came flat, where I lost it. I was in debt. I was in trouble. I couldn't pick my calls. Everything was just upside down. You're like, it's a journey, and I call it the circumcision, because it's at that point whether you rise or you remain there or, something happens. But most times, entrepreneurs go through that journey. Now, if that's what I would say if I were asked that question. But I'm not trying to say they've had it. Let me hear from them. What would you say is that advice you would give this person, that lady, that gentleman, who is about and thinking about entrepreneurship and wants to do something great like you have done? What will be that specific recommendation? So I'll start with Femi again, and this time around, 1 minute. Even though I won't be there to moderate, but very important, 1-1, and then we'll hand over to our co-facilitator to now take questions from the audience. So if you're too shy, you can prepare your question and write it out. And then for those of us who want to openly speak about our questions, please let's have that. So I'll run through with you. What would you advise these budding and young entrepreneurs who want to start?
I think I will state two here. One is working assiduously, consistently to be excellent at what you do. Consistently. Because like I said, for me, I learned on the job. And as I work in a very unregulated, informal sector, where you hardly find, maybe less than 10% are graduates. People, very much less than that anyway. So you are dealing with, and it's an entire value chain. So you are supposed to, so attention to details matter. So I know it works for every sector or as an entrepreneur, anything that you do. You are working towards ensuring that you deliver excellence. So when you make mistakes, because you will make mistakes, you will commit error. We've committed a lot of errors, and we get better by the day. So when that mindset is there, that I get better, when we make, that's one. Then secondly is my personal experience is you may not necessarily have all the clients. For example, I've been in business full-time now for about 8 years, and I just went on Instagram, I think last month, as a business. I remember Ada here would tell me, Profem, we are not seeing your work on Instagram. I'll say, no, I'll get there and all that. So, but I wasn't under pressure. One of the reasons is this. Client management also matters. So if I have 7 clients and I can deliver well and manage them well, I think then I will now look at scaling. But I want to strengthen my structure, my human capital. I want to have a system. Now I can take a week off and my work is going. Sometimes, now that I'm into farming, I travel for a week and my guys deliver. So that's one of the things that I think I should. Then lastly, still on client management, please. It will get to a point where if you're not careful, people owing you money, this client is owing you 50,000, this one is owing you 100,000 and all that, and you have bills to pay. And because you have to sort out things, can choke you up and even make you run out of business. So when you get to that point, one of the things that you should do is put a structure in place. If it means at least getting 70%, where you can help and you trust the client, you can push forward. But where you can't, please make the client understand and help yourself not to die in debt.
Fantastic. So Femi said there is delayed gratification, there is delayed projection or promotion. Very important. A lot of us, we've not started, we're already, and you don't have your thing together. And when the rush comes, bam, the story. In fact, mine is so bad. I'm sorry to say this. Everywhere I go, and I cause a sin. I first get in there and I start shouting, this is Federal Republic of Incompetent People, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I do it in quote, deliberately as a strategy so that they take my work more seriously. And it's been working magic. But most times they still fall my hand. So I'm so conscious of the incompetence that I know that they won't deliver. So when they say expectation, I say, no, it's not Nigeria. They won't deliver. So I do my own option 2, option 3. But Femi has made a very important point. And Nigerian entrepreneurs have to learn to deliver. And sometimes to deliver means nobody knows you. You're in the back of the desert somewhere tending sheep. But you're doing your stuff very well. So that when you come out, your craft is ready. And the finishing is well. Are we together? That finishing, I'm speaking in parables. Are you following what I'm saying? Some of you understand. So, like I said, never done before where your facilitator is swapped. But this is, it's a new generation. God is doing new things. Praise the Lord. So who is substituting me? Fantastic. So come, let's change that. Thank you. But please put your hands together for your facilitator. We want to go and collect tithe for the church. We'll see you soon.
Can we appreciate Mr. Emmanuel Tafa? Thank you very much. Okay, so he asked the question. We'll continue with you, Mr. Nonso, before we take. Please, are you guys getting your questions ready? Get them ready. You have to pick their brains. Yes, right.
Okay, for me, I think as an entrepreneur, number one is trust. People should be able to trust you. You know, your friends should be able to trust you. Your partners should be able to trust you. People should be able to give you money and believe that that money is with you. Trust is very, very important. Number two, knowledge is potential power, but execution of knowledge is power. The difference between a dream and an idea, everybody has a dream. But the difference, it's for that dream to turn into an idea, you need to take a step. So you might not necessarily start that business, but you need to take pen and paper, and you need to write. A lot of us have business ideas, but we never write it down. We never write anything down. And the idea is there. You ask, I have an idea. Okay, I'll ask you, okay, how much do you need for that business? And the person is lost. Or they ask you just a very little question, you're lost. Because it's a dream, it's not an idea. It's not moved into the paper and pen. It's the paper and pen that shows you the little left, the little right, the little, And the third one is that there are 3 types of people, 3 types of, let's say 3 gifts possessed by human beings when it comes to entrepreneurship to me. Some people have the power to conceptualize ideas. Some people have the power to take that concept into an operational stuff. While some people have the power to run that business. Some people have 2. Some people have 1. Some people have 3. Now, if you're the kind of person that has the ability to conceptualize idea, but you lack the ability to take it from that concept to operations, you have to find a way to supplement that skill. Either you get a partner that is trustworthy, and you yourself, you're trustworthy, or you step out of your comfort zone to acquire that skill. Some people have 3. Some people have the ability to, like I tell people, I have 2.5. I don't have complete 3. I have 2.5.
What's the last one?
The ability to run a business. I like starting businesses. I like conceptualizing. I like the strategies. I like the stress in the business, but the day-to-day running of the business, there are people that can do that particular stuff. So you partner with them. So I think those 3 things, trust, number 1, the ability to move from that dream into an idea. Yeah. That's number 2. And number 3, for an entrepreneur, the ability, not just knowledge, but execute that knowledge. To me, that's for you to be around a complete entrepreneur, you really need to look into these 3 things. Trust is, to me, is the most important. If nobody trusts you, then forget about it.
Wow.
Forget about it. Thank you.
Profound. Trust. For me, I think when you said trust and you said your family members, your friends.
Your friends, your family members, your
really
business colleagues.
Yeah.
Let me give you an instance. There was a man I used to supply toilet roll in Aba. Someone introduced me to him. And when I met him then, I was like, okay, Normally, I don't tell people I'm the owner of the business. That's one thing I learned. Once you tell them, it means they can negotiate with you. Very, very important. It's a small scale. You know, we're so proud about our businesses that we'll go around. I'm the CEO of the company.
CEO of self-employed.
So, but I found out that once you're in the open market, immediately you just alter that stuff, you've caused problems for yourself because instantly they start negotiating with you hard, you know. But when you have an Oga, you can always direct all inquiries to the Oga. So when I met that guy, I told him everything. I told him I was the owner of the business and everything. I gave him very, very good offers. And we had an arrangement when he was going to pay me my money. When I came back, this guy hadn't paid me my money, and the goods were just there. He has sold some, but he keeps telling me that he has not sold anything. So I told him, okay, give me everything after like 2 months. And when he brought everything, it was not complete. I found out that he has sold some, and for 2 months, my money was tied down with him. But at the end of the day, I took everything and sold everything, and I took that particular the negotiation I had with him, the deal I had with him, I took the rebates and I gave it to him. And I said, God, this is the rebates of what you have sold. And he looked at me and I was like, are you serious? So you could give me a rebate after this stuff that happened. Anytime you come into this market again and you have any challenge, please call me. You understand where I'm coming from? So your colleagues should be able to trust you. If you employ someone and you tell the person you pay the person 20,000, at the end of the month, pay the person 20,000.
Yeah.
If you collect money from someone and you're to do a job, at the end of do that job diligently with that particular amount of money. If someone gives you money, pay the money back. You know, these are some. My dad was the first person that told me business is business. If I borrow you money, you pay me back my money. That's what my dad told me the first time he gave me money. So I understood that trust is a very important thing. And when I practiced that idea of trust in my business, I found out that as I sit with you today, I have friends that call me. So I really need to do something with money. I need to invest in something. Can you give me an idea? Can I send you money?
Wow.
You know, I want to invest in your business. Can I send you money? I want to start up something with you. Can I send you money? Because over time, they found that if you give me that money, I won't eat your money.
You're good for it.
So trust is very important.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, ma.
Okay, I'll try to summarize it again. So the first thing I'm going to say is, if for an entrepreneur, don't have high expectations from anybody. Not your father, not your mother, not your brother, not your sister. I can say in the whole journey, the only place I've known someone is the most difficult place I've had to go into. In fact, I just had a break last week, and I've been on that journey for almost a year. If you are on my WhatsApp or Instagram, you will know as of yesterday and today I've announced something. And that's the place I actually know somebody, and that has been the most difficult journey for me, getting into an outlet or getting into a restaurant, let me put it that way. So if you're going to do anything, one major thing you should put in mind is you cannot be angry with anybody, because nobody owes you anything, and you don't owe anybody anything. So when you start your journey with your 2,000 naira and you grow it to 1 million, 2 million, 20 million, 40 million, in the eventual, you will understand it too. When somebody comes to meet you and say, give me 2 million, I want to start my business, you know how difficult it was for you to grow. So start first with that. Nobody owes you anything, so don't get angry. I asked him for 20K, and I know he has 50 million, he cannot give me. You don't have the right to somebody else's money or resources or space or whatever it is. Then secondly, I always tell people this: don't wait till you have 20K to start. What do you want to do? Is it bed sheets? I like bed sheets. Unfortunately, I can't go into it because I'm a tiger nut person. But is it bed sheets business? Just start with one. Don't look at storage beddings or people that have gone far to say, oh, if I can just start with 10. Start with one. Let's give one person that one bed sheet. Let the person wash it for 2 months and see that it did not tear or it did not wash. And then the person goes, give me 2 more. Like when I started the tiger nuts, I did free. Like I'll buy every day. I'm sure, like I've told people, I'm sure the mala must have thought I was crazy. Like I'm coming back from work around 5 o'clock to go. I'll just pack. I beg God, guy, give me tiger nuts, 200 naira. Give me dates, 100 naira. You know, I kept on buying every day. And I'll just go home, blend, spoil my blender, blend, till I gave people, and then people will start saying, is this one still free? Yes, it's free now, take it, taste it, it's really nice. And people kept on tasting here and there. I'll send samples. I will beg you to taste. I'm not asking for your money. I'm just begging you to taste. And whilst I was doing that, I wasn't spending 1,000 naira. If I buy a tiger nut of 100 naira and, you know, I can make 4 or 5 different things out of it and then just give it out. Taste it. Eventually, like he said, people just get to that place of trust with you that are fantastic. I tasted tiger nut milk she did. Oh, I tasted her swallow. It was nice. I will make swallow and then I'll make it into small pouches and share to different people. So eventually, from the little, you will build it up to something that will be substantial. So from selling 5 bottles or 10, when I started with the swallow, in a day, maybe I'll just be praying that, oh, let me sell 4 or let me sell 5. And then it got to a situation where the house was full. We had to move to factory. Fortunately, I got one beside the house, very close to the house. We moved to factory and then we started milk. Milk in a day, our capacity was 24 bottles. And then today, to the glory of God, no man at all, not even me, because I don't even know how this journey got here. But today we can service almost 50 outlets, and they call, like every morning we call Booker Hut, The Place, ShopRite, everywhere. We just send products out. Sometimes we wear ourselves out, but you know, at the end of the day, to be worth it. So don't wait till you have a lot. I started extremely small. Some people will say, oh, but Okwe, you are an associate, you were earning a lot of money. The account they were paying that money into was a completely different account. And I was taking from there, buy the tiger nut to do this, replenish. You will be amazed at what you can do with little. So don't wait for 20,000. Don't even wait for 10,000. Sometimes all you need is 1,000 naira. For earrings, the place I make my hair, the lady was like, oh, I need money to buy this, I need money to buy that. By the time she was going to stock up initially, I'm not sure she spent up to 10K. I bought earrings from her. I'm sure she must have made a kill out of it, but she has people that loves her, that will want her to do well. I don't want to dash you money, but I will patronize you, just so that you are able to go back to the market and buy more. So 1, nobody owes you anything. You don't owe anybody anything. But at the end of the day, give what you can give and leave the rest to God. Number 2, don't wait till you have 1 million or 2 million to say you want to start a business. Start where you are. You are serving somebody now. Serve the person diligently. From the work I did as an associate, doing financial models and all, everything has come together as one in a business for me. So from styling children's parties, it shows in my work. Like when I'm dealing with my printer, the guy is scared of me. Like I just tell you, okay, this is what I want to do. And he goes like, if you say you want to do this, I know we are still going 20 steps further. But that is how it is. Everything comes together. So if you are selling shoes or you are selling aquarium or you are selling whatever, be diligent at it. Everything comes together. I remember when I wanted to resign, my MD said, okay, you know what? Just take 3 days off, come 2 days on. I tried that for a while. And was it because he loved me? Maybe, yes. I know my MD loves me still. But I think it was something we were bringing to the table that he saw he was going to miss. And at the end of the day, he said, okay, you know what? Work from your factory. I'll still be paying you. If you have to come in for meetings, you come in for meetings. If you are not diligent, nobody will throw that at your feet. And at the end of the day, I just said, sir, I actually have to go. Because most of the time I'm on the phone trying to get orders and trying to rectify what riders have destroyed and all. So just work diligently where you are now, and eventually everything will come together. The last thing I'm going to say is, like I said the last time I was here, when God created everything and then he created fish. I like fish because today there is a Jao song. there's catfish, there's tilapia fish. God said fish. God never said this one is tilapia. Everybody then came and gave their own fish their name. Me, I have taken tiger nut. They will talk about tiger nut. I've given my tiger nut a name in the market. So if whatever you find yourself to do, it doesn't matter if 20 people have done it. There are some giants you don't want to compete with. But at the same time, it doesn't mean those giants cannot bow down to you at the end of the day, if you are going at your own pace and not looking at the next person. So take whatever your tiger nut is today, give it your name, and run by it. Don't stop at where the best have stopped. The last thing I'm going to say here is, if you're doing catfish, look at somewhere in Saudi Arabia where they are doing prawns, where they've gone 20 steps further than anybody in the world has done, or has done anything with prawns with. Look at the next products to what you have, to develop what you have. If I keep looking at tiger nuts, what have they done with tiger nuts? I wouldn't have been able to do tiger nut cereal because nobody has done it. I wouldn't have done tiger nut swallow. I wouldn't have done ranch. I wouldn't have done sauce. A lot of things I've done, I wouldn't have done. So I wasn't researching in my industry. I was researching somewhere else, but we were related somehow. So pick something around you that looks like you, not even in the country you are. So nobody comes tomorrow to say, oh, she copied my this thing or she copied this one, and then walk along with it. And you will realize that your research, your dedication, your hard work, everything will come together to form something formidable that nobody can separate you from at the end of the day.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are we good for questions? I hope we're soaking in all we've heard today. How many of you have actually gotten a lot already?
Sure.
Like, how many of you's brain is already so full? So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Let me calm down so we can get questions. Okay. MD will assist me. Do we have questions? Specific questions. This is a rare opportunity to pick the minds of people who have, been in this journey for a while. They've done these things. They've seen several sides. And these are Nigerians. These are people that are doing Nigerian businesses in Nigeria. So, questions? Pimomo.
Okay, so thank you so much, our panelists. You said a whole lot of things, but I just want to ask, in this age and time where everybody wants quick and fast money, especially this generation, they just want it quick. They want it fast. Let me just, and we all know social media isn't even helping matters. Someone looks at you now with the way you're looking so nice and your dress is bling bling, your nails are looking very on point, and a young lady is like, wow, I just admire Tokwe, let me just be like her tomorrow.
You see me at the factory.
And they don't know what you've been through. You're not even where you want to be yet. You're on your journey, you're still on your journey, but of course you've crossed a whole lot of things. So my question is, to the three of you, is how do you manage, what keeps you going, despite your challenges, despite the fact that you don't have the human resource as you would want? There are times you hit a brick wall in your business and you just feel like, what the heck? What keeps you going? You said something about it doesn't have to be only passion. For some people it's passion, but I just want the three of you to tell us, what is that thing that keeps you going despite all the odds, despite Nigeria and our peculiar situation and circumstances, the amount of money you spend on diesel to be able to work if you do that, the challenges you have with your dispatch riders, so many things. So what keeps you going? What keeps you going? What fuels your passion or your energy, to ensure that you are still on this journey?
All right, please.
To be honest, to be extremely honest, what keeps me going is the fact that I want to leave inheritance for my children's children. I don't want them to go through what I'm going through now. Wow. So every day trust me, every day is a battle. Like, what day was it? On Thursday, they just called me from my children's school that one of them was running temperature, blah, blah. You know, by the time I got to the hospital, I knew something was wrong. I told the nurse, I said, check my BP. Because business has, like people said, you see people, social media gives you what you want to see. If she comes to the factory, she sees me, like, I don't even want makeup on my face. Trust me, it's a different ball game. And then they checked my BP. The one was like, it's a bit high, and then my husband just looked at me, Oje Rora, Oje Rora. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it just because of, yes, I want to remain Tiger Nut Republic. Everybody must raise Tiger Nut Republic. And I'm not doing it for my children. I'm doing it for my children's children. If you understand what that means, you will not sleep. Because you know that to make enough for your children and then for your children's children to come, if God tarries, then it's going to be a lot of work. So if there's one thing that ensures I keep getting up, I keep praying that God, please, I can't do this alone, because God is actually the center of it all. There are times everything has crashed, like Emmanuel said, like everything just goes flat. They call you, maybe eateries are not storing the milk well, it has fermented, or somebody got your swallow, the thing fell down, the pack has burst, you know, things beyond you, not because of what you've done wrong, but because of maybe something a third party has done wrong. Or like you send out orders and then riders go AWOL, they don't pick your call, the owner of the product is waiting for the product to get to him or her, and you know, it's a whole lot of things. So if you don't have God to even start with, there's no going anywhere. So I always say this thing, if you don't, those that don't depend on God solely, I don't know where they get their strength from. They are individually strong people. But people like us that I can say I'm a lazy dependent on God. Like I depend on him completely. Anything goes wrong, the first point is God, please. God, please. So if you have God and you think about your generations to come, I mean, see Walmart today. I read something about them that in a minute, they are making millions of dollars. Not in a day, in a minute. And they cannot finish spending that money 10 generations from now. So what are we doing? We are waiting for, or we are blaming our parents for the fact that they did not leave inheritance for us to wallow up and down. And fortunately, some people have 5 billion. As soon as they bring up something, their father puts 5 billion. My own father cannot put 5 billion. So I have to work towards that. And then another thing is I'm not depending. I work as if I'm the husband of the house. I don't depend on what my husband is going to give to me. But he said something very important. Nobody has ever brought it out except my husband, and you brought it out today. There are some creatives you can create, you can actualize. But when it comes to that management, I'm not a people person, in that when I get to the factory, I believe you should know what you are supposed to do. I don't believe in, you have not done this one. Are you this? Are you that? My husband, all he has to do is open the gate. Once he enters, everybody conforms. Me, when I enter, I just go. I don't even look to the side. Like, I just go straight. Because I don't want a situation where I enter and they are like this. So when it comes to people management, it is not a strength for me. But tell me to develop 20 businesses for you right here before we leave. I will give you solid plans, just with my mouth, and I will just be spilling it out by God's grace. But when it comes to day-to-day, the diesel has finished, generators, immediately you call me, I just say, call my husband. Diesel has something, the generator is coughing, this one is sneezing, just call my husband. He has the threshold for that, I don't. So find your strengths and then keep yourself going with whatever you think is supposed to be. For me, it is working as if I'm the husband of the house and working as if my next generations to come will spend money out of the money I've made, and they will still be able to leave some for the next generation to come.
Wow. Thank you. Now, so what keeps you going?
Okay, for me, I just love what I do. It's entrepreneurship is difficult. In Nigeria, it's very, very difficult. But one day I was listening to Aliko Dangote, and he said he doesn't have IBP.
Wow.
And I asked myself, if Dangote, with all the... Because Dangote is very rich.
Yeah.
extremely rich, but he also has extreme problems. Problems that you wouldn't even imagine. Billions of dollars worth of problems. And I said, this person does not have high BP. Then why will I have high BP? I just try to do the best I can do. Once I do that best within my capacity, the rest is just on its own. I can't kill myself. That's the way I operate. I can't kill myself. I just try to do the very best. But right from time, I've always had this passion. I want to see myself in every household. I want to walk around the streets and see myself there. That's my passion. You know, I want to see a replica of myself, either in the form of a product or whatever. You get so. Whatever I do, it's just there for me. Yeah, no, so you know, you've not started seeing yourself everywhere. So you can't rest. You know, that's just it. And the ability to put things that I cannot control aside. I create space in my head, you know, for things I can control. That's just it for me.
Wow. Thank you. I can't kill myself.
Okay, so for me, I would say, I'll just summarize it under the word purpose. And why I said that is, I understand that maybe like he pointed out and she established too, that sometimes you need to understand your strength and stay on it. So one of the things and that's why when I was talking earlier, I said something like, for the first time I just went on Instagram like last month after some years. And so I observed that from my operations with some maybe organizations and even individuals, that there are this extra value that I had to whatever it is you want to do that a regular printer would not do. And that has always given me the edge. So I stay on that. I also believe that, like I said earlier, you may not necessarily, yes, we want to scale whatever you're doing. You want to have more clients, you want to market. You may also understand your niche and also stay calm. When the time for expansion and growth and all these other things come, you will know and you will grow. So what I've done is I understand that. I will give just 2 examples and how they worked out for me. Sometimes ago, an organization, reputable one, if I mention their name, you know them, gave me a job to print for them. So the HR called me and sent the document. Oh, just print, we need this thing. I went through the document. I saw 1, 2, 3 errors. I mailed them back and I said, oh, this sentence is not composed. And she was shocked that for the first time a printer could do this for us. And they gave me more jobs and all that. Now, it happened again last year. I will even say that was my first multinational company called me and said, okay, they want to do this printing and all that. And they sent me the document. Of course, we printed. After a while, they wanted to print. Maybe they want to do some NGO work to some schools in some states. They sent the document again. I went through it. I sent them a mail showing them about 7 different, I think I shared it with people sometimes, 7 different errors in just a 2-page document.
Wow.
And all that. Today, by the grace of God, because of some of those things, of course, they have a network of people that they could work with in that line, because we had to sign contract before you could even get a job with them. Today, we already have, like 2 months ago, we signed a partnership deal to be printing for them and all that. And one of the reasons that so I don't have so many clients. I'm not out there. You would hardly find me probably supposed that I'm a printer, come and do your business card. You will hardly. But sometimes, when you understand your niche, let me give you another testimony. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his birthday this year, 67th birthday, was aired live on channels, TV, and all this thing and all that. I published the book that was launched.
Wow.
Now, from nowhere, I didn't do adverts and all that. And the person who gave me the contract, the vice chancellor of LASU, for the first, I've always desired. So I'm just trying to say this, that sometimes when you stay on your lane, when you understand the place called rest, like PD has taught a lot of things about rest. When you stay there and you just stay there, they will look for you. How the job came, I will give an example. Somebody that has been publishing for the vice chancellor brought a carton. I saw it with my 2 eyes of samples of books. I only was able to get a simple, because my HOD, who just came back, he studied abroad, lectures abroad, the new HOD called me and said, Femi, you are into printing, you to bring a sample. So I brought just 1 sample. And he said by the time, he had to call me back. He said, Femi, you have to tell me what you are using. Because when we took everything in front of the vice chancellor, you just brought out your own sample. I said, this is exactly what I want. Wow. This is exactly what I want. He said he didn't check his publisher's works and all that. So I met with him, had a meeting with the VC himself, spoke to me and said, this is an international book. You have to deliver, you have to not this, not that, and all that. By the grace, to the glory of God, when I delivered the job at the airport, when we were about to fly it a day to that birthday to Abuja, the man looked at the works and shook me about 4 times. Wow. All his I mean, I'm saying this to just tell you that it's not that I'm the best, or rather, I have challenges, a lot of them, and all that. But I also understand that sometimes you just stay there. They will find you. That part, I'm not saying this for everyone, so because marketing is key. You should advertise, you should do. I'm just saying that when you said, what is that in the midst of what keeps you going? So I understand that maybe for now, I'm not called out to serve the entire, so because even me, I just came back from the farm and all. So I'm still doing a few other things and all. Maybe I should stay on my lane, the few that I do, and to the glory of God. Because you also don't have to compromise. While in the process of doing that job, I was on 300,000 naira deficit from the budget I'd quoted. Wow. And we're delivering the job. So the other, I said it's an informal sector. So they were saying, Emma, look, grammage paper, use this kind of grammage so that you can balance well back. I mean, don't do this. I said, no, don't use this size of paper. I know what the VC wants. I know where I'm going. So what I was looking at was beyond money making. Suddenly that day, the VC himself just called me and said, Femi, I want to give you another challenge. How much will it cost? Tell me any amount that it will cost to produce another set of this. Now I want this time. I mentioned the figure to him. Right there on that spot, in less than 10 minutes, he sent the money. The money paid for that, paid for the new job. I had more than times 4 of what I ought to have gotten as profit. Wow. On a spot. And we delivered just. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that what keeps me going is just purpose. I tell my wife off, I said, I'm in this printing and publishing. I have a lot of, the Senate, my uncle, my mom's elder brother was a senator at some point. He called me while serving and said he has picked up civil service, federal civil service. I didn't call him till date. And then I didn't even have money. I was still borrowing money from my mom to do some running around. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you just need to understand that you are not. I tell my wife that I'm in this as a forerunner. I'm in this for people like Pimo to call me that, Prophet, I need you to help me do this and all that. Just go through this document and all that. I said, so if it's for Pimo, for DDK, for these people, for these 7, 8, 9 people that I've mentioned that I'm in this for, then I should see because if I go out of business, I say I'm not doing prison, I want to take one job and all that. One way or the other, it will affect in a way or the other. I said, so if this is the purpose for which I'm in this business, let me stay there. Let me not put myself under pressure of advertising, this and all that. God, and to the glory of God, because of wise decisions too, when you need not to overspend and take some sacrifices, to the glory of God, the bills are paid. Wow. To the glory of God, we could venture into some other things like agric business and all that. We could do some things that normally you would expect that you must have been earning so much to be able to achieve. That's why I said, when you get to that place called rest, you will understand that this is purpose and you stay with it. Eventually, if I could do Tinubu's blog, who says Buhari will not call me one day? I don't even need to advertise. So that's what I want. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We're going to take just one last question before we release our panelists. Okay, we have him. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I hope I can get personal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you say to a person who is a multi-potentialite and a perfectionist at the same time? I do a lot of things, and fortunately for me, most of them are doing well. But whenever I outsource, I would have to correct like 3 times before they do it up to the standard that I want it to be at. And that affects my progress. I find it hard to delegate. And I find it hard to drop any of those things for the other. So I'm at a crossroads.
Okay. So a multi-potential, like you do a lot of things, and then you seek perfection for every single thing you do. Please, who can help him? He's gone personal. Yes, sir.
So because you want to expand what you're doing, I would say Mr. Tafa that just stood up that used to tell me something. He would say, one of the things that serial entrepreneurs should know is that at some point you need to first master, that's the word he used. Master one. When you say master, now, it doesn't mean that you have gotten it perfect to a point where you are just the best in the world. But master it to a point where you know that this is your core competence. This is your, you say you do a lot of things and all that. I mean, you may not be able to do a lot of things at the same time. So you master one. Then where needs be, you may need to also, I don't know the nature of what you do. If it was something that you could train someone and also pay the sacrifice and all that, train someone to help manage one of the sector and all that, so that your expansion you can balance. But primarily, I would say maybe you should master one first and stay at it. Outsourcing, you may now need to train someone to help manage and all that and expand.
Okay. Does anyone else want to add something?
I think he has made a very good point. You need to stick to a particular stuff and master it. But at the end of the day, even when you master a particular stuff, you still need help. So you either need to train someone. You could look at someone that has the same attributes with yourself in terms of perfection. There are a lot of them, a lot of people. So you pick someone that is willing to work, someone that is willing to learn, and you train the person. And not only training the person, there's something we for entrepreneurs in Nigeria we lack: the ability to partner, to partner with our workers. You understand where I'm coming from? Most times, someone needs to know that he has a share in something to actually put that same amount of interest in that particular stuff. In Nigeria, we like to own everything. We like to own 100% of everything. But at times, it's also good to let go of a little percentage of something. You get what I'm coming from? So if you pick someone that's sharp, articulated, a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist, but if you pick someone that's a perfectionist, that can actually do the job diligently, you can call the person and say, let us have a sharing formula. You get where I'm coming from. Let us have a sharing formula. And by the time that person sees that, okay, I put in so and so amount of work, I put in so and so amount of diligence, and I get paid at the end of the day for that level of work, not just salary, because salary normally is very low in Nigeria. But if that person puts in X and gets X, I'm sure the person would definitely put in more into the job. Like for me, when I had a factory, my sales guy, the first year we balanced his account. After, this sales guys, their accounts are never balanced. Never ever balanced. You pursue them up and down. And his account was short almost 300,000. So I now came up with a new strategy. I was like, okay, you're now a distributor. You're no longer a sales guy. You're now a distributor. So I pay you your basic salary, and I give you the product as a distributor. And I pay for the fuel. But I want my cash in hand. And that guy went haywire. Because he now knows that, okay, after collecting the salary, he doesn't pay for fuel, he didn't buy the vehicle, he gets 100 bags of toilet roll, he sells it, he makes X profit from that bag of toilet roll. I told him, if I don't see my cash, you can't lift another stock. You get where I'm coming from? So with such, like for example, our next outlets we are opening, you could imagine having 10 outlets. You can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
You can't be in all your outlets at once. And every outlet has, maybe for example, you have bikes, delivery bikes in every outlet. You can't be everywhere at once. You get? But if you train a worker in your establishment and you move that person to the next outlets and you make the person a partner in that outlet, that person will work as if that outlet belongs to him because he has a share in that stuff. You get where I'm coming? That's a mistake a lot of Nigeria. We like to own everything. We like to control everything. So I think that might help. So you pick someone and you share with the person. and I believe the person will definitely put in interest.
All right. Okay. So, Overflow FM, we're done for today. Please, I want us to appreciate our speakers, our panelists. We have to release them now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Please, can you give them a standing ovation as they go to their seats? Thank you so much. And for what you do for the Nigerian business space. Thank you for giving us models that work. Thank you so, so much. We're about rounding up. 2 more things. Please, you may be seated. 2 more things before we round up. I know Bola Tito has questions. When she was looking at me, she wanted to ask questions. Don't worry. You get opportunities. Follow them on social media and glean. 2 more things. I know we also mentioned about secret things that are going up in the agri space. And you can already guess which of our panelists is going to give us some insight on it. Who can guess? Somebody that kept saying agri. So please, can we welcome Mr. Femi back for 5 minutes? He wants to give us secret. Do we need to record this part? This is secret information. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't catch it, you don't catch it. Sir, in 5 minutes, please. Yes, sir. Do you understand or sit?
I think I should stand.
Okay.
So the agri space, I told you I started. I have 5 minutes, and I think I should just give some nuggets. For me, it has been more of it's been more of adventure, and I would say trying to experiment. And in the course of that experimentation, if I can use that word, I've had or experiences that I now see that, wow, it's really working. So I'll give other examples I've not given before. In 2016, December, I traveled down I had met somebody, I won't mention name, in Pimo's house in Lekki. That same week, we discussed, and he told me about opportunities, about the things that happen somewhere in Ondo and all that. That same week, I said, I will come, sir. So I traveled down to Ondo just to go and see, basically, because he told me about plantain, about a lot of things. So when I got to Ondo, and this is one of the things that spurred my passion again, after I had parked my car, we drove on bike. He parked his own car, so he didn't go. I think his car. So we drove on bike for about 1 hour into this settlement. I won't call it a settlement. So when we got to that place, that was where we slept. Then we now, in the morning, the market day, we now went into another 35-40 minutes bike into somewhere very remote where I saw the nature of, those businesses that you watch on Yoruba movies where Ojo market day, that farmers market majorly. But this one was really unique because when I got there, I saw money at a level that I've never seen before in rural setting. So people were bringing out cocoa. They were bringing out with all these traditional vehicles, like all those old jeeps that they had cut their head. So they were bringing out cocoa, they were bringing out plantain, and people came in from Lagos, from different parts of Nigeria just to come and buy. So they will make payment, these people will move it down to Lagos for them and all that. So I was seeing like a ton of cocoa was 900,000. And imagine you have like 20 tons to sell this market day and all that. I was raw cash at a level that is unprecedented. Like it shocked me. I told them how many hours we drove into on bike. Yes, a ton. I mean, sometimes it oscillates between 900 and 1,050,000. So at that time. So, and this was 2016. Then plantain. So I met a man who was one of the regional pastors of a redeemed parish there. You see him, local farmer and all that. So he has this very long truck. People will come like myself, yourself, will come from Lagos, market women, had bought the plantain. So his truck, maybe will charge you 3,000 naira to take your own consignment to mile 12. Another person, 5,000 naira. So per trip, maybe this man makes about 120,000 naira just to help people move there. I mean, he was literally the one sponsoring the building project of one of the parishes of the Redeemed there. And you will see tiles everywhere and all that. You guys, this place. So when I relocated to Abeokuta about 3 years ago, that same period too, because I just relocated to. So I said, no. If, you know when they say, oh, sorry to use that word, I mean, dirty money doesn't smell and all that. So I now saw that, so farming, I started asking questions. I started doing research. I started visiting farms. I mean, visiting big farms. And I now saw that, see, if you are not careful, you will think that the richest guys, I'm sorry to say this, are in Lagos. But some guys are really somewhere else. I know someone that came from maybe Denmark or whatever and came to one rural area, bought about 150 acres of land, and is doing well. I mean, he got investment. Now, I'll give another example, because I need to give these examples for emphasis. While I was staying in Naija before I relocated, my landlord lives in the UK. Came home, that was the first time we saw him. He's been in the UK, living in the UK for 20 years. In fact, he came home to build the house and all that. So, he just saw me bringing a bus loaded with plantain one day. He was shocked. Young man, under 40. He saw me, and I'm saying this for a reason you will discover now. So he saw this plantain being offloaded in his compound, and he was wondering, wow, hey, young man, Ekusheo, so is this what you guys do too? I said, I do farming too, so I want to sell these ones. I'll move them to people and sell to them. I move them to TBC Lekki. I move them to different locations, and I sold. So he was the first to buy 2 bunches at 1.5 from me each. So that was 3,000. Now, he started discussing with me business opportunity, that he's wanted to do business in Nigeria. He doesn't trust people. All his friends abroad keep complaining the same, that they invested in pure water, nothing worked. So I told him that, see, you will have to be patient. I don't want to say Nigerians are bad, but it will take time to manage people and to also communicate. So about a year later, he called me and said, the fence, he has an acre in Ijebu, not far from Ijebu. When you get to Ijebu, the place is just about 10 minutes. That's that bridge. So that his father's back of his father, he has fenced it around that. So the poultry he talked to me about. What I did, I Googled. He said he's ready for investment. It's his personal thing. So I Googled. I got a place where they sell cages. I called the man. He paid the money. They supplied the cages. I got some people that sell birds. We bought 1,000 point of lay birds at, I think, 1,000 to 1.3. So my point actually is that the poultry was set up about 2 years ago. Today, he just left about 2 weeks ago. First week in November, he came in again. He comes first 1 week, he goes back. So today, the poultry has about 3,500 birds. We have a woman, because I interviewed someone who was competent. We employed him immediately. Till today, he's the manager of the poultry farm. I came into Ojota here, where they buy eggs in large scale. I met one woman who said she would be willing. Till today, that woman buys at least 300 crates from us every week. So, I mean, my point actually is the agri-space is so interesting, so wide, that no matter the course you study in the university, you can find your professional niche in it. That's one side. Then no matter the level of interest, wouldn't it sound beautiful if you can say also, you are also a producer? You know, God created agriculture before he created man, both animals and plants and all that. So you are a part of creation. And when he talked about seed, that's as long as they had to remain seed sowing and harvest, it was actually literally talking about culture first. Of course, we can contextualize it. So you can be part of this value chain, and you can. So I have a lot of things there that I would just mention them. You can start with 20,000 naira. It's as low as that. So but you must also be ready to face challenges. I wrote an article on Facebook recently about. I just said I should just write it. So about how I failed. Idiroko failed. The plantain thing I would buy from Igbora and Erua in Oyo State and sell in Lagos, the profit was going in transport and logistics. In fact, at some point, SARS people took me and were talking nonsense because they wanted me to pay them and all that. So those are some of the challenges. But in the real sense, let me give you just 2 things you can start, even in Lagos, in your house in Lagos. Now, I'll give one. Buy 5 dozens of bako bags. That's all these bako bags. They sell a dozen, farm market, 200 naira per dozen. Or maybe in Lagos it could be more expensive. Just buy about 5 dozens, all these cement bags. That's about 60, right? Put sand inside. Now, your house is cemented. You cannot be farming, but you can actually farm. Put sand inside them. I want to show you what 20,000 or less than 20,000 can do. Put sand, sand is good soil. Just put them inside and buy, what's it called? Ewedu. They call it, I don't know the botanical name now, but ewedu seed or for vegetables, basically. Buy them. I can tell you how you will plant them such that all your investments will be about 12,000 naira or thereabout, including the money for the sack, including the planting and everything. Water them, of course, morning and evening. Maybe you have water in your compound and all that. You'll be shocked that in just 6 weeks of doing this, you will be harvesting average of, let's say, your harvest, maybe I'll use farm market. What you harvest per time is worth 100 naira per bag. Usually in Lagos, it will be more than 100 naira. Let me give you an idea. So when you do that, every 5 days, you are making 100 naira on 60 bags. That's 6,000, right? So, and you will do that for the next 3.5 months. Every 5 days. You have invested not more than 12,000 naira. Or let me put it together with the fertilizer that you may need to have to support, maybe under 20,000 naira. You can, these are not off the air. These are some of the things that we now started learning after some of us have failed. We now go to Obasanjo Farm, is not far from my house, so I go often. I see what they do. They want to start this project. We monitor it with them. So with as little as some of these things. Then secondly, you can also form cooperatives. I think one of the things that the Orthodox churches have done, and have done very well because I see it happen, is that they have cooperatives. So they buy land. This new development area, they buy land in maybe 5 acres. Then they share it in plots. You can have 2 plots and all that. They have these cooperatives that they do farming. So what stops, and that's what government, all these government policies, now anchor borrowers and co, that's what they are doing. So what stops us from having like, maybe a few people just say, let's form a cooperative of 10 people and let's do investment into farming. Let me put 50,000 down. Let me put 50,000 down. There are a lot of business plans, not the one that are on Google, real on the field business plans that can actually work and that can work very well. So agri space is interesting. Be part of the producers. Nigeria's next big oil is agri, whether we like it or not. Let's feed ourselves now and also now export. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Has it been interesting? Has it been educative? Okay, I'd like to say that there's a Port Harcourt Bolly for sale. So if you want to have a taste, I know Mr. Nonso didn't really talk so much about the Port Harcourt Bolly, but who has ever eaten Port Harcourt Bolly? Okay, so you people can't even understand what I'm trying to explain here. I'm not a foodie, but Port Harcourt Bolly is the best bolly in the whole wide world. Yes, if they sell Port Harcourt Bolly in America, if they sell bolly in America, it cannot be like Port Harcourt Bolly. Trust me. So, you know, he has brought Port Harcourt to us in Lagos, and it's available just outside. I've peeped, and the fish is looking very sumptuous. You want to, you know, put your money there. So please patronize him. Of course, I don't know, did you bring products for sale? Just for display? Okay. And our speakers are still available. So if you want to walk up to them after now to ask personal questions about 1 or 2 things, about your business, you need, like what Ms. Stockman said, she has a gift, and that is to give you on-the-spot counseling with respect to business ideas. It's a gift. She didn't have so much time today, so if you want to corner her, better corner her. As in, you tell her, she will give you solutions, give you 10 solutions. Tell her one thing that you love doing. It comes to her naturally, on the spot. So you might want to take advantage. For what Femi has said, the farming business is amazing. One thing he didn't say is that the government is actually looking into agric. You know, oil is failing us in Nigeria. How many of you know? Yeah, so agric is the next thing. Agriculture is the next thing that the government is looking into. There are a few states in Nigeria, western states in Nigeria, that the federal government is in partnership with the state government to fund farming of certain products. And they're going to give hectares. I'm talking about thousands of hectares to give it to people on lease. The hectares will go as low as 5,000 naira per month for rent, and they will rent it for you for 100 years or 50 years. Yes. So you're buying 5,000 hectares, 10,000 hectares, and you're planting something. They have particular products. If you Google these things, they are there. And the government is going to fund, not just that they're giving you hectares, they're going to fund it. So you have a repayment plan with the government, but it's very conducive. It's not a banking, something that will kill you with interest. So Google these things. A lot we said in church this morning during the talk series. If you can't look up for that message on YouTube, please do. The wisdom of this age, we can't work with this age. We need to find a superior wisdom. So if the world is going here, we ought to have been there ahead of them so that they will meet us there. Amen. So I trust that the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. A few things that they said, and I just want us to go home with. Research. Mr. Noso talked on research. Mrs. Stockwell talked on research. If you want to do something, I beg you, research on those things. Don't be too lazy. Google is your friend. Use your data wisely. Research. Secondly, they talked about being passionate. You need to be passionate, and I think that's one of the things that will keep you going. You need to be passionate. Patience. Tell your neighbor, patience. If you have a friend, if your neighbor's name is Patience, patience, call her well. You need to be patient. You need to be dog-headed. You need to be ready to go the long haul. Patience is very key. Don't think you do business and tomorrow you will make millions. You need to be patient, diligent with what you're doing. And then lastly, integrity. You say this is what you are going to deliver. How many of you see those things on Facebook? What you ordered versus what you received. The one of fashion is the one that used to kill me. The person who give the tailor one style she has seen on Google or on social media. By the time you take his carpenter that sold the clothes, like, so redesign Simone Shady. You understand? And you just wonder what is happening. So please research, be diligent. Integrity is key. Know what you're doing. Be the best. Put your name in front of what you're doing. When they mention this industry, let your name pop up. Let them think of you. But then at the same time, be patient. Allow time. Don't be in a hurry to make a name for yourself. The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Thank you once again for all our exhibitors that came. We trust that even if you don't make so much sale, the most important thing is that you have already put your product out. Someone has seen. Someone might make a purchase. Someone might decide, oh, okay, give me your card for another time. That will be the big time. I'm sure this panelist will tell you that there are some people that just said, oh, this is nice, and they never patronize until later. They will just call you and they say, send me this. And like, wondering, like, the first time you saw it, you didn't say anything. So I wish you all well in the name of Jesus. Pastor IJ, we would like to just touch on all the exhibitors so that we know the exhibitors that we have here. Where's Pastor IJ? Pastor IJ has gone to look for Port Harcourt Boli. So can the exhibitors please stand behind their stands, please? Quickly. Just, stand with your stand. Stand with your stand. Stand by your stand. Pastor IJ, please, can you take the mic? And let's just run quickly through it. Port Harcourt Boli is at Alausa. Tiger Nut Republic products are almost everywhere now. Honestly, there's no store I go to that I don't see your products.
Yeah, I saw it in ShopRite.
They're everywhere, honestly.
That's the reason I bought.
I'm telling you. So it's in ShopRite, right?
Yeah.
So please, when you go to the stores, look out for them, and patronize them. Port Harcourt Poly also does delivery. And delivery is quite affordable if you're within, the mainland. So please, you can always as well.
Will convince
and
you.
Follow them on Instagram so that you can get to know what they're doing. So please, can we have a
brief talk?
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back to Overflow FM. And now we're doing our Project Buy Naija tour. So we're going to make this thing trend. Amen. So this is our own way of supporting people on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I need everybody to get their phones out. I'm going to be taking a quick tour. I'll just ask quick questions about the product. Hi, who are you? What do you do? How much do you sell your stuff? And it is hashtag Project Buy Naija, made in Naija for Naija. Are we together?
Yeah.
So I need you guys to be with me. Take a picture, take a selfie with each of the products, and then post pictures on your Instagram stories, on your WhatsApp stories. For people who can't be here, let them check them out. And for our exhibitors, if you have an Instagram handle, a Twitter handle, please let us know so that we can also retweet you and share the love. Are we together?
Yeah.
So, here I have tiger nuts. Premium toasted tiger nuts. Tiger nuts meal swallow. Fit farm in the house. Amen. Where are we? Come and see this. Excuse me, how much, do you know how many calories is in a swallow of your tiger nut swallow?
We can go around now. Honestly, we can't go around. Please check all the stands. Ask your questions.
For the swallow, I think the major selling point, why this has really gone a bit far, is for the fact that while your regular amala and eba would give you between 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates, this one gives you like 9 grams of carbohydrates. So you can eat it any time of the day and you are not going to be worried about, oh, my tummy is going to get bloated, or your body can't digest what is here. It's fiber, so it just cleanses your system out, basically. So that's what it is.
If you know, you know. I have tiger nut ketanola.
Keto compliant.
So it's keto compliant, the meal swallow, pulp flour. So this pulp flour, can we use it for pancakes?
Pancakes, yeah.
Wow.
Pancakes, bread, cake.
And then we have the cereal crunch. I've tasted this cereal crunch. It's very nice with yogurt. I'm teaching people how to live the bourgeois life. If you know, you know. No, yogurt is low fat yogurt, you know. If you know, that's how we do in Dubai. You know, I'm a Dubaian. All right, so we are going to our next person. Here I have, please introduce your products. Tell me what this is. Overflow FM, are you with me? Okay.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Oluwatosi. This is Baobab, and this hair cream and body cream. And we have another soap for bathing. We have the bigger size and we have the small size.
Okay, what's in your soap? It looks very cool.
Okay, this soap, this for bathing. Well, if I'm a producer, I'm not a producer, I'm just a distributor. So my producer is not around. So the soap is just for 1.5. Once you have any spot in your body, it helps you and it has a nice smell.
Yeah. I can see the active ingredient is baobab.
Yeah.
That's a very, very, all those nutritional
And the hair
things.
cream help your hair to be black.
There's beard gang on this hair cream. Oh.
Huh?
I can see it's for both hair and beard.
Yes. It will make your hair to be black. If you have, some people that have white, like brown hair, to make it black. And the body cream to clear any black spot on your face, on your body.
You say it will clear what?
Black spots.
It will clear black spots on your body.
Unexpected black spots.
Unexpected black spots.
Unexpected spots.
I wonder what that is, but have you heard? You've heard it too. Unexpected black spots.
The black spots you are not expecting on your face. You now look at how did this thing get to this place?
They are asking for something for Team Light Skin. Team Light Skin are asking question. But unexpected black spots. All right, thank you very much, Bezalel. Who do we have here? Earring. Please, you people should come and help me see something. This bling earring has Ankara inside it.
Yeah.
Please, can you help us with your products? Sell your market. Oh, yeah?
This is Keme's Craft. Our handle on Instagram is at Keme_Craft. So we do earrings, bangles, sneakers, children wear. We have ready to wears, throw pillow, your tissue holder.
This is a very nice throw pillow. How much is your throw pillow going for?
1.5.
1.5. How much do your earrings go for?
We have 1,000. We have 1.5. We have 500.
1,000, 1.5, 500. And did you do these sneakers by yourself?
Yes.
Very lovely. How much are your sneakers going for?
8K.
8K. You also have bangles. How much is a set of bangles?
4 for 1,000.
4 for 1,000. Okay, so there you have it. And then you have black soap too, made in Nigeria. Oh, okay. All right.
So
Thank you very much, Ken.
Children wears.
Yes, this flare hand top is very nice. So.
Yes.
You don't have the one for adults.
We can
so
do
that
mother and
we'll
child.
do twinning.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we can do that.
But this is very nice. How much is this going for? This one that's Sabuki?
That's 2K.
2K. And it looks
Hello?
like a free size.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. And then you also have pictures of other stuff you've done here.
Yes, they are here.
This looks very cool. Once again, tell me your handle on Instagram.
Keme_craft.
Spell the Keme.
KHEMEHS_craft.
Keme_craft. What is it? Crafts. Thank you very much. Ha. Grace Gallery. Bourgeois people in the house. Are you here? Okay, this art is going for $10,000, $10,000. Do I have somebody going up? Do we have $12,000? $12,000. Do I have another person going up? No, this is how we do in the UK. This is how we sell Mona Lisa and Co. Okay, it's taking it higher. We have $15,000, $15,000 going. Batumiche, do we have $20,000? I don't mean Zimbabwe dollars. I mean dollars. Okay, so let's meet you, sir. Did you do all of this yourself?
Yes, I did all of this.
Okay, this
myself.
looks extremely beautiful. And see this thing that resembles Optimus Prime. Those of you that want to know how to look, want to have signature pieces in your house, I think this is a very lovely thing to have. This is very lovely. Yes, sir, please tell us about what you do.
Okay, my name is Innocent Adiole. I'm an artist. I also teach arts. I work with a couple of schools in Lagos. Then these are a few of my works. Apart from this, you can see here, I also make 3D arts. We work for companies. Okay. We make big structures for them also. Among these, I do graphics, I do portraits, and the likes. Sometimes we say it requires you to be very rich for you to acquire art and keep in your house. Well, it's believed so, and sometimes you really do not need that much. You come to us, we'll be able to tell you, okay, this is what I can pay. Sometimes we, the artists, can give it out. Just take it. It doesn't really require that you must have all the millions or the billion and be like Dangote to be able to buy an artwork and keep in your space.
Sir, can you tell us the range of your art products?
I have these. These are paintings made of acrylic. Okay. You buy, you can frame if you want. Some people leave it the way
without
they
the frame.
are.
Yeah.
Then I have these. These are metal sculptures. We make them out of things you can see around us. Instead of, okay, these metals are not working anymore, we want to discard them. Sometimes we bring them together and couple them to.
Okay. So what's the range? Are these for sale?
They are for sale.
Okay, so people in the house, Overflow FM, these artworks are for sale. Can you give us the range for the different products?
They are between 20 and 30,000.
Between 20 and
30,000
Naira.
Yes.
Bourgeois people, come and hear 20,000. Don't worry, outside we won't form that is 20,000. We bought it, but the paintings are between 20,000 to 30,000 naira. I think this is a very lovely piece to have on that side of your wall. And are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on social media, Innocent.Adiole.
Innocent?
IG now, that's Instagram.
Innocent.Adiole. Can you help me spell the other?
Innocent.
Yes.
Adiole, Adiole.
Innocent.Adiole. We can see more of your paintings there, right? Thank you very much. Project Buy Naija. Our fruit juice. Okay. Are we still together? Is this pomo?
Yes.
Ha!
Dried pomo.
Dried pomo? Yes. Clean one?
Clean one. Very clean.
You are giving me ideas. How much is this pack?
600 naira.
600. People of God, come and see something. 600 naira. You know this type of pomo is everlasting pomo. Okay. If you know, you know. We have Cameroon pepper. How much is this going for?
500 naira.
Just 500 naira. This is original Cameroon pepper. All those sprinkled
sand-free.
Sand-free.
Yeah.
God
no
bless you.
Treated.
We have ogbolo here.
Yes.
For ogbono soup. I'm craving ogbono soup now that I can talk about it. But what do we have here? Finally, we have big size of this juice. How many of us have tasted her juice before? Who can testify? Please tell us about your juice.
Okay, I do natural juice, 100% juice extract. No water, no sugar, no additive, no preservative. It's 100% fruit extract. We have different combos you can buy, and you can tell us your combinations if you want. Like you can specify the fruit you want. Then, if you want smoothie, also you can place your order, and it can be delivered to you.
What flavors do you have here?
Okay, yeah, we have the healthy, very healthy beetroot juice. It's
this
comprises. Yes,
Very
it's
sweet.
yeah, it has beetroot. This one, it's called the beet juice.
Beet juice.
Yes,
okay.
we have it has beetroot, watermelon, apples, and pineapples. Then this is orange twist. It comprises of orange, carrot, and apple. This is
Healthy.
Please, how much is the popcorn going for?
Just 100 naira.
How much?
100 naira.
Did you say 100 naira?
Yeah, 100
Please,
naira.
she mustn't go home with this popcorn. Come and eat turmeric popcorn. Please, what are health benefits of turmeric?
It's actually good for digestion. Turmeric is good for digestion.
Okay, oh. And popcorn is keto compliant, isn't it? It is now. There's no sugar inside it.
So also we have chocolate popcorn. This is chocolate.
Bourgeois people in the house, come and see chocolate popcorn. So that you say that you've lived in this life. You've
Then
eaten
we have
chocolate flavored
the
popcorn.
one that is spicy and the one with sugar.
When you say spicy, what do you mean though? Let me be
I
sure.
mean chilled pepper.
There's pepper in the popcorn.
Yeah, for our Yoruba people.
Ah. Our, how will I say it now? Please, in case you didn't hear what I said, she said there's pepper in the popcorn. You know, you cannot mix it with the chocolate one if you want to leave. Thank you very much. This is Royal Pop. Hello, Ma, can we meet you?
We have cake snacks. There is cake there and meat pie, egg roll.
Sorry, we can't hear you. You said there's cake here, there's meat pie, egg roll. Is this buns?
Yes, there is buns and egg roll there.
Hey, see, there's buns in this place, so
And there
people
is
want
puff-
us
there
to
is
go off our
puff-puff.
diet. What's this one?
That is for puff.
Puff puff.
Yes.
It was this freshly made, right?
Fresh, yes.
Fresh, very. I saw when you were frying it, when you were packing
And
it.
I have zobo also.
How much are the snacks going for?
This one 100 naira, 200 naira, then 50 naira, 50 naira, 100 naira.
Please, we must clear this glass before we go home. We have 15 naira puff puff, 100 naira. How much is the cake?
100 naira.
100 naira cake. Then we have meat pie for
Meat pie is 100 naira. There's
100
one of
naira.
200.
How much is zobo?
50 naira.
15 naira zobo. 15 naira zobo. Thank you very much. Please, this is Goodness Snacks. Wow. Daddies and mummies with little princesses in the house. Please come and see what I'm seeing. No.
Christmas is here.
Christmas. Christmas is coming. Mommy, buy shoe for me. Oh yeah. Please, can you introduce? This is a very lovely piece.
Thank you.
All right. Can you introduce yourself and what
So
you
we
do?
are Radiela Couture.
Diela.
Radiela.
Radiela Couture.
Yeah.
All right.
These dresses were made in Nigeria.
Wow.
Fabrics, finishing, everything in Nigeria.
Did
Made
you
by
say
me.
Fabric too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the jewelry pieces were actually made by my daughter. She's just 12.
Wow.
And she's showcasing her entrepreneurial skills.
Wow.
And I decided to bring her along just to, encourage her.
Wow. And each one is matching one of the pieces, one of the clothes.
Yep.
Wow.
So the jewelry pieces go for 1,500.
Okay. And how much are the clothes? What's the range?
Between 5,000 and 7,000.
Between 5,000 and 7,000. How much is this
7,000.
7,000.
7,700.
You can come and feel the fabric. This fabric is very thick and looks really durable. So this generational dress, they will pass it on for one. You understand?
Very durable.
Yeah.
And quality fabrics.
Quality fabric. Durable and quality fabric with beads to match.
Yep.
Are you on social media?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your social media?
Radiela Couture.
Radiela Couture.
Yeah.
So you can also see her online, Radiela Couture.
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, what do we have here? Original Ijebu Gari.
Yes.
Without sand.
No, it's sand free.
This is the one that you can drink with cold water and
Yes.
groundnuts.
Yes, no
This is
sugar. You don't need
original-
sugar. You don't need milk.
The crunchy type. Okay. Then what do we have here?
Whole grain wheat flour.
Whole grain wheat flour. Do you make all these things yourself?
Yes,
Wow.
natural, 100% natural.
Wow. Wow. Then semo nutritious. What's inside it? It's gluten free.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's 100%. It's made from corn and cassava.
Okay.
Then we have the ofada rice. Actually, they are all natural food, 100% natural.
All
This
100%.
ofada rice is stone free and sand free as well.
Ofada rice that is stone free and sand free. How many of you have ever taken a bite of rice and then the next thing you hear is kakam, and then it's one big stone that you just finished eating? We are selling stone free ofada rice, stone free Ijebu gari. How much are the packs of ofada rice going for?
We have the 1 kg for 1, the 5 kg for 5,000 naira.
5 kg for 5,000 naira, 1 kg for 1-2. 5 kg 5,000 naira, 1 kg 1-2. Please come and buy your Team Fit Farm. Come and see your father rice. So 1-2. So this is what? How many? This
1 kg.
1 kg. So this is 1-2.
Yes.
Okay. This 1 kg for 1-2. Stone free. Okay, there's 2 kg here. How much is this?
2,400.
2 kg is 2,400, and then we have the 5 kg for 5,000. All right, thank you very much. Hello, sir. Is this sapphire scent I'm seeing?
You are seeing sapphire scent and as well as 100% fragrance scent.
Wow. So, but not all of them are sapphire. These are
Not-
different.
Yeah, these are different brands.
Okay. Please walk us through what you're selling.
This one is 100% fragrance.
Okay.
They
What
are-
does that mean, though? What do you mean by 100% fragrance?
It's a brand name.
Oh, okay.
We are representatives
Okay.
and distributors. It's a brand name. This
Okay.
is Sapphire brand as well. They are all Nigerian made.
Yeah, yeah.
And they are packaged in different sizes for affordability. Perhaps you don't have the amount or the money to buy for those high cost perfumes in the conventional market. You get it at affordable rate with these brands.
Okay.
And we give you at wholesale price and we give you at retail price, depending on your capability. And we're also looking at establishing a network of distributors and retailers.
What do you need to do to be a distributor or retailer?
You just need to, if you are going for these smaller packs,
Yeah.
you just need to get a pouch, complete pouch,
Yeah, how much does that go for?
at a distributorship rate.
Okay.
And you are going for the distributorship rate on this, you have this for 7,200.
Businesses to start with 20,000. No, come on.
7,200.
7,200 for
Your
a pack.
pouch value is just 1,200 because it's one off.
Okay.
You are not buying it again and again. So when
Okay.
you get the product, you can refill for packaging purposes.
Wow. Wow.
Why you are having these ones, depending on the fragrance and the designer product you are going for, some of them goes for 5,000 and some of them goes for 4,500. But you are entering into partnership with us as a wholesaler or distributor. We give you wholesale price at 3,500
Wow.
flat rate.
Wow.
So we build a network and we continue the business from that.
Okay. So if there are people that just want to buy one of the scents today, how much is it going for?
If you are going for the smaller bottle, one is 1,000 naira.
One is 1,000. Okay.
But for purposes of exhibition, you are going for two. We give you 1,500.
Two for 1,500.
After this opportunity, it goes back to 1,000 naira.
Okay. Oh, don't say we never did anything for you. Oh. 2 for 1,500 naira. After this exhibition, we don't know when next we are doing projects Buy Naija. This thing, it expires with this exhibition, isn't it?
Yes, that
and
price.
also, if you want to be a retailer or a distribution, you're saying a pouch goes for
7,200.
7,200, and you have 1, 2, 3.
You have
4,
12
5,
pieces in
12
a pouch.
pieces. Do the maths by yourself. That's all I'll say. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to our next stand.
Hey, fam, what's going on?
From the ground up.
Yep.
What do we have here?
Okay, so this is my debut album. It's 11 tracks strong. I produced 6 of them. I mixed 2 of them, and then the album was mastered by Flo Rocka. If you know Flo Rocka, if you're a music person, you know who Flo Rocka is. That's one of the best sound engineers in Nigeria. So what you're about to hear is music at its best. So the core element of the album is the subject of love. So I speak of love in different aspects. There's a song there dedicated to my beautiful wife. So you want to listen to that. There are songs about different things, forgiveness, my love for God and all that. So it's 11 tracks strong. It's a great album. So the CDs are available. You can get them. And then the album is available on pre-order. For the iTunes and Apple people, you can get it on Apple Music and iTunes.
Yeah.
And then for the Android people, we don't have Apple subscription. You can get it on seller.co.
Seller.co.
Yeah.
Actually, look for it on Apple Music. I think I saw about 2 of them.
Yes, so when you pre-order on iTunes and
Yeah.
Apple Music, you get 2 free tracks immediately. That's how I
Okay.
met you and Father Acosta.
All right. How much is the album going for?
1,005.
1,500.
Yes, and then
Good
of course
music.
there is quantity discount. So if you get 4, you can get 4 for 5,000. Can get 8 for 10,000, like that.
Okay. So these are good. You know, Christmas is coming, and
Yes.
these are beautiful gifts to give people.
Yes,
Just put it in
yes.
the hamper. So we're selling 4 for 5,000.
Yes.
Don't say I didn't do anything for you.
Yes.
Live here with good music so that your brain can be cool for this Monday that is coming. Just help us to listen to it on your way home.
All
So
right.
each one is going for 1,500.
Yes.
But 4 is going for 5,000.
5,000, yeah.
All right, from the ground up.
Yep.
And you can get it on Android at
Seller.co /from the ground up album.
From the ground up album. All right, thank you. Adida.
All right.
Will it make me fine? Will it make me fresh? Will it make my face spotless? Will it wipe away my sins? Will it take me
It
to
will wipe away your sins.
What do we have here? Body exfoliating soap.
Yes.
This
Now,
is
we all know the beauty of the black soap. Everybody, in recent times, we've heard about black soap and all its benefits and all of that. So I came up, it was inspired in me to make something into portable bar instead of something you have to always dip your hands into, carrying bacteria from your everyday into your soap. So it just be causing yourself more problems. So we came up with this body exfoliating bar. It's black soap. It's mixed with all the fruits. The I don't know if you know about aha fruits for skin, for exfoliating.
your
it
face
also
is
helps
looking
to-
fresh. Is that what you use?
It's what I use. It's what I've been using for a very long time.
Is it just for one type of skin and one
No,
shade
no.
of skin?
It's for every kind of skin. As
Okay.
long as your skin everyone sheds skin every 28 days. So once you use this, it helps to remove the dead skin cells. So your skin comes out looking new. And also
Makes you new every morning.
makes you look beautiful.
Glory to God.
Yeah.
Are you on social media?
Yes.
Sorry,
I am.
just wrote to me on all social media. Just wrote to me on all social media platforms. Are you on social media? What's your handle?
Yes. The handle is The Skin Essentials. The Skin Essentials. Skin Essentials. Yes.
Okay. On Instagram.
Yes.
All right.
And it's 500 naira for one.
It's going 500. It's going for 500. People should come and wash everything away, except your sins. To clean every other
We
sin.
can't do that.
We can't do that. Okay, 500 naira only. All right, can we meet you? Leg it. I like this brown shoe.
Hello, everybody.
Let me just first ask you, how much is this one? So I'll look for a person and buy it for me now.
Yes,
now.
for 3,000 naira.
How much?
3,000.
3,000 naira.
Yeah.
Only.
Yes.
Please, people should not allow her go with all these shoes. Just
Okay.
tell me the price of everything. What size is this for guys?
So this is a 44, 45.
44, 45. Size 44, 45. Male in the house. How much is it?
Everything here goes for 3,000 naira.
Everything here is going for 3,000 naira. Oh Lord. Please, if you want to look like a big boy, come and buy brown shoe that you will wear with your jalami and your native. There's the one for big girls too. What size is the one for the ladies?
So this is a 41. I think that's everybody's size, so you could just come around.
There's everybody's size here. Can you tell us, are you on social media?
Yes, please. Follow us on leg it footwear, leg_it_footwear.
leg_it_footwear.
Yeah.
Leg it footwear.
Yes, please.
Your pieces are very good, and you made them yourself?
Yes, please. They are all handmade. We made them with love. So, and yes, if you have any other design you want, you can bring it to us, and
You make it so you customize for people
so
too.
if it's something we can make, I'll let you know.
I want the shoe that will take me to heaven. That if I walk, the shoe will never shine. Please, can we? They say that's what you are wearing.
Oh yes, I'm wearing.
Oh my
one.
God, this looks very pretty. Hey, you people should not let this girl go without collecting her phone number. Get her account number, get her everything. Come and see this purple shoe with bling bling on it. See how she resembles one Abuja big babe. This is how we do in Dubai. Oh. This is the type of shoe that Sheikh, what's that his name? That my guy in Abuja. These are very lovely pieces. Everything here is going for 3,000 naira. And you can customize your own design too. You know, those of you that are very creative, stop drawing it on paper. Come and leg it. All right, thank you very much. Beads and brides. I already feel like $1 million. I mean, and then the thing has a CD. Will I call this feather now or what? The thing looks as if it's floating in heaven. Please tell us a little bit about what you do.
My name is Tosin Lawani, and this is Beads and Brides. I basically do beads and makeup as well, but I think I have more time to make beads because it doesn't really take as much time as my makeup will do. So basically, that's about Beads and Brides.
Guess what, folks? You know this is being streamed live, right? Sell your market. This is being streamed live. So that when they are sending, please, I want that and I want that one, you know. And, okay, so what's your Instagram and your Twitter? How do we reach you on social media?
Beads, on Instagram, Beads and Bride.
At Beads and Bride.
At Beads and Bride,
Okay.
Yep.
So this lovely piece, this is the type that, that
Like
my friend in
bridals?
Dubai. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one she wore when she wanted to get married. This
Yeah.
type. Looks very regal.
Thank you.
So what are the ranges of your products in terms of price?
In terms of bride prices, the bracelets are from 2.5 upwards,
Okay.
depending on what you want. We can customize them, your names, whatever design you want.
How
So
durable are they? How long?
They last long.
They last long.
They
I
do
like this
last
white
long.
one.
I don't know if I should give you the range, but they do last long.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can pick up any design you want and tell us, oh, you don't want it this way. You can merge this bead and this bead together. Like any design. It doesn't have to be streamlined to a particular design. So
Okay.
you can have it any way you want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then your bridal pieces.
Yeah.
This looks really nice.
Thank you.
Hey. Bourgeois people in the house, say amen. Come and see. Come close. Come and see it up close and personal. This looks really cool. They want to know the price, so please, see, people want to buy market.
2.5.
All those boys are always wearing on those
3,000
things
for
on their
guys.
hands. Yes, for
2.5,
guys,
3,000
3,000
upward.
for each
So
one.
if you're buying it as a set, it goes lower for 5,000 as a set. So
Okay.
instead of buying one for 3,000, you can take two
Okay.
for 5,000.
And she mentioned that she can customize
And it
your
will
name on
last
it.
long. And if you, well, it will last long.
I
I
can-
want to say
I
if
can
you have
tell.
any issue, you can always call us, but definitely it will last long.
Sorry, I want people to. Can you zoom in on this one? You can even tell that this is what big boys are wearing. If you buy this one, buy that slippers. You are set now. You now go inside your meeting and you call your price for them. They will know that you are not a charlatan. See this thing. See it. It looks like original one that they mined from the ground. So please patronize Beads
Thank
and
you.
Brides. Thank you very much. Can we move to the next person?
Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon, Magic.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So that's your name, Magic.
Yes, Magic.
Wow. Okay, so you have to remove some of these bags so that we can see it well. And these are made by you.
Yes, all handmade by me.
All handmade by you.
And the shoes, the bags, all handmade by me.
See you. People come and see market. It's magical. What are you telling me? Please, can you remove this laptop bag so we can see it better?
They're padded laptop bags.
So it's padded. Those of you that are carrying laptop bag that
Padded
looks as
laptop
if,
bags.
you know, Your laptop bag has been begging you to let my people go. Come and buy laptop bag, please. It's magical. So, can you give us the price range of your stuff?
Okay, so we sell this and padded laptop bag for 8,000 naira.
Okay.
It can also come in Ankara. So we have it in Ankara, in jean. This is jean, and we also have it in leather. And while our shoes, we have the shoes vary according to the kind of shoes you want to make, but this one is 15,000 naira. And we also have the one for 5,000 naira, which is the palm. And we have casual bags that you can carry to the beach. You can just take them out to class and everything.
Christmas is coming now.
They come in variant colors. We have red, we have pink, we have blue, we have black, and they are just 2,500. And it comes with.
You said how much?
2,500.
You said how much?
2,500.
Please, you people, she mustn't go home with this thing, no.
And they come with wallets. They have wallets inside the bag.
So each bag comes with a wallet.
Yes, each bag
and the
comes
set
with a
goes
wallet.
for how much?
2,500.
2,500.
Yes, and they are made with very quality materials.
Okay, now.
Yes, 2,500.
Guys and girls, don't let her go with this thing. What's your social media handle?
Okay, so on Instagram we are leather_magic.
Leather_magic on Instagram.
And on
Twitter?
Facebook, leather magic.
Leather
on
magic.
Twitter, leather_magic.
Leather_magic.
Yes.
So that the magic can continue from here. This shoe, this shoe. You know, if you wear this shoe with this bead like this, without your white native. Hey, I didn't even turn it upside down. Come and help me see this under of the shoe. Can you see it? Can you see? It's time for you to be magical. Please, can we go to the next one? So here we have, is it, help my Nigerian, is it Rebecca? Rebecca Christie. Please help us zoom in this, under of this shoe, on this trouser. This is how to open doors that no man can shut. Yes, hallelujah. Yes. You wear it with one pointed cut shoe like this.
And white shirt.
And white shirt.
All those nice tote bags.
Oh my God. These are lovely stuffs you have here. So can you just tell us a bit about yourself, what you do?
Rebecca Christie is it's an urban ready-to-wear brand. Rebecca Christie is an urban ready-to-wear brand.
Okay.
So we're not just into Ankara out ready-to-wear. We make contemporary designs.
Okay.
So we use silk, Ankara, crepe, different fabric options.
Okay.
And our sizes are from size 8 to 18.
Sizes 8 to 18. That's UK 8 to 18.
And all our products are under 10,000 naira.
Oh, say what you said again.
All our products are under 10,000
all your products are under 10,000 naira. Okay. So if I buy these trousers now, I'm going to take it to go and sell it on ASOS or something like that, and now call it one original contemporary.
Without
your. But it's my business. You are the one that decided to be affordable. Me, I know people that will pay good money for these trousers that they are talking about here.
But we also need to promote made in Nigeria.
Very good. That's very nice
We
to
need
hear.
a lot of more people wearing made in Nigeria. So if we all say we are luxury, who's going to be affordable?
Very true. Very true. Can you give us an idea of the price ranges of the stuff you have here? For example, this top, how much is this top going for?
This top for the sales today, for the fair.
Wait,
today,
she had to sound that very well.
say it, yes.
For the sales
So
today.
if you call me
after today.
1 minute after 12 a.m.
Or yellower.
The prices are back to the original price. So for today, this is going for 4,000 naira.
For today, this top is going for 4,000 naira. High, low, black top with a tinge of Ankara on it. Okay.
So these trousers are going for 8,000 naira today.
Okay.
Our regular prices are 10,000 naira.
8,000 naira. We wear it with white top and white cut shoe. It's very lovely.
Thank you very much.
It's very lovely.
So we have a very limited option for men. Yes, we have Ankara shorts. We know. But,
So it's
men are
it's for women and the men that love women, but they have some stuff for women. Did you guys do this black gown?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
you can
see
check
this
out
little
our
black
Instagram
dress.
page
Yes,
for
please. What are
a
you
lot
on
of
social
our-
media?
Rebecca Christie NG. That's Rebecca Christie Nigeria.
Rebecca Christie NG.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So she's
these are
wearing
really
a
good
skirt
stuff.
designed by us. I'm wearing
Wow.
a blouse designed by us. So We have kimonos, but we sold out already.
You have what?
Kimonos, but we sold
All your
out
kimonos
already.
are sold out. Can you just imagine? And you people are there, you are wasting time.
You can
Please, I hope
order-
you reserved that man.
Yes, reserve that your.
Thank you very much. So this is Rebecca Christie, and she's Rebecca Christie NG on Instagram. Anything you don't buy here and you go and see on her Instagram page, don't be asking her jam question. No.
Yes, so-
She has told you the price. Everything is going, gone.
Yes,
Don't say we never did anything for you. Very nice to meet you, Rebecca. Okay, and last on our stand today. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God, I feel fly.
So, what do we have here?
Okay, we have shea butter from Tea's Nature.
Can you tell us a bit about your shea butter?
So the shea butter is locally sourced in Oyo State from
Okay.
rural women. We go there, we look, we see the process. And then what's different about this shea butter is there are different variations of fragrance.
Am I seeing strawberry here?
Yes, there's strawberry, there's vanilla, there's
Minty.
mint, and the mint has like essential oils.
Wow.
You know, so for those people that don't like the smell of shea butter, it's very good because it doesn't lose the feel of shea butter.
Shea butter, but the smell
but
is-
the smell is very appealing. And one other thing that is very good about the shea butter, it is whipped. So it
Okay.
doesn't have.
Do you
it's
mind
not-
opening one for us to see
it's not,
inside?
She will finish up.
Okay.
It's not hard. You know, it's
It's
melts
very
easily.
soft.
It's very soft. It
Wow.
melts very easily. So, it
So
just
another one
goes
that you'll be rubbing your hand
and it will not
to
go
make
in. So
make the
this
shea
goes-
butter very
yes.
soft.
So it goes right into the skin.
As you open the thing now, the scent, now so scent, now ain't just
So
the
we
smell.
have our director in the house.
Director in the house, this your shea butter. The thing is just, it looks very fluffy. See the way it's bouncing. Bros, come and see this thing. Those that use shea butter will know what we are talking about. And it smells so good. Yes. I mean, I can't take this thing near my daughter. She's going to lick it.
Yes, sir.
It's like ice cream. Actually smells like ice cream. Okay.
Okay,
Tea's
so good
Nature. Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Toby and I sell shea butter.
Okay.
Shea butter is our shea butter is sourced from the rural women that we work with. There's a video showing here that shows how we're extracting our products, how we work with the rural women to ensure that their businesses have sustainability. So we depend on them for our raw materials and they depend on us for a sustainable means of income so that they're able to live better lives and provide for their families the best that they can. And so in the urban centers, we have a network of distributors that source our products and resell our products because, I mean, everybody wants to have an extra stream of income. So we have shea butter in strawberry, vanilla, minty, and native.
What does
And-
native mean?
Okay, native is raw because
Okay.
you know there are some people that will say, I want to add my own coconut oil, I want to do this, I want to do that, you know. So instead of losing out on that customer base, we decided to have a variant for them also. And
Wow.
then, okay, I'm here with my son. He's known on social media as Share Baby.
Wow.
And so you know, when I started, my business is 4 years old. Yes, that's Share Baby.
Please, can we see shea baby? So this is a shea butter baby, shea baby.
And so he has not used anything else on his body aside shea butter.
butter, wow.
Yes, and it's 10 months. And you know, when I started my business, I told God that I wanted something that would beshe mi jade. I don't know, would make everybody see the benefit of what I do. And then when I had my son, his hair, his body, in fact, it has been such a good way of advertisement.
Wow, shea
And-
baby. Shea, with shea smell too.
And the best part of this whole story is that we're NAFDAC approved.
Wow.
So you're not worrying about getting a product and you're going to have adverse effects. We're 100% tested by the government and approved also by the government.
Wow.
So yes, it's 1,500 naira on a regular. And if you attend out of Zion, you could buy from Ada. But for the purpose of the fair today, you'll be getting it at a discounted price
Say
of
it.
8,000 naira.
If you know, you know.
So yeah, so if you want to come around our stand, watch the extraction process, because there are times when people will tell you that, are you shea butter, and you don't know what it is about. So here is a process of, this is actually shea butter. Here, this is shea butter. So what you see here is what you see here. So it has gone through a lot of processing. I brought these videos for you to really appreciate the work that we do with the rural women. So this is the extraction process. This is shea butter actually. Yeah, this is also shea butter. So it has gone through a lot of processes to get this final product that is government approved. So yeah, support this SME and Buy Naija. If you don't use shea butter, you can say you don't cream. Buy for a loved one, and guess what? It's Christmas time. Just put it in that hamper.
Hamper.
Or just give
Exactly.
people. Thank
Hashtag
you
put it
so
in the
much.
hamper. What's your social media handle aside Share Baby?
Okay, then we do souvenirs, for events. So we have shea butter in tubes. So rather than having in jars, we have in tubes. And you know, that's so amazing, because that's another part of my business that I cherish. So for a long time, I didn't post it on social media. I'm like, they will steal my idea, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't put it out on social media, and the response has been amazing, 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 amazing. And so on social media, we're Tease Nature, TEASNATURE. I'll take that again. TEASNATURE. On Facebook, we're Tease Nature, TEA_S Nature. Then on Twitter, we are there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So that comes to the end. Please, if your car is AKD 752, please, we need you to go and repark. AKD 752DN Toyota. Please, we need you to go and repark. So that brings us to the end of our exhibitor store. Please buy Naija and grow the Naira. Thank you very much.